just went up to bed.
She shoulder checked Roxy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you guys were heading to bed.
Pretty sure
Yeah.
that's where we saw.
Okay.
Well, I was still downstairs because I watched that whole thing. It was funny.
I think I went to my room after that.
Yeah, you shoulder checked her on the way up to your room.
That's right.
Yep.
All right, and everyone has their own room at this place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So last time, you guys, well, Vin made a decision to try and make a parlay with the DiCarlo family, and found out that they really made a big, huge mistake
Oh, yeah, bro.
in trying to ally themselves with this green dragon, apparently. But apparently she has gotten out of control and has been messing around with something that has started to overtake her mind and her form. And she is, for lack of a better word, a loose cannon, at least in the DiCarlo's plan. So, Zova was visited by a strange dark shadow that basically told her to protect Vin. And did you guys do anything else?
I think that was about it as far as the major storyline.
Yeah, Franklin was going to. We were planning before we went to bed.
Right.
He was going to go to. Oh gosh, I can't remember which family it was.
I think he was going to the Caspians.
Yes.
So do you want to, since
kinda
he's
go
not
with their
here, do you
support.
want to go and kind of take that over and go with him?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, and that way we can actually go ahead and
Yeah.
do that.
We haven't met Caspian, right?
Yeah.
Or we have?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I couldn't remember.
He's one of the-
He had alluded that he would be an ally.
Yeah, he was one of the younger family or younger leaders of a house, and he hinted that his family has had a long going pact with some kind of entity. He didn't say what, but and he also kind of let on that he had taken on that role when he became the leader of the family. So, yeah, you guys wake up the next day. You got 4 days until the next council meeting.
So as of now, we at least unofficially have
Not that it matters.
the Lion's Crag, the DiCarlos, and Caspian on our side. Who are
Lion's Crag, I think, is still kind of more of a up in the air.
okay.
They just want to be able to make profit selling their drugs.
Mm-hmm.
So they want stability. I'm not sure that's necessarily going to mean they're going to side with us.
That puts me
Okay.
back full.
Do you want to go visit? I know we just came back from there, but maybe if you show face there, we can get some sort of
Well,
commitment.
I need to, and I don't know if I still have the guy's name written down. I'm not even sure this is the right notebook.
You usually have a small notebook for this
There's a
campaign.
small notebook over here.
It's in that one. I think this was like way before when I was keeping notes on the back of the character sheet. I need to go see the priest that we went to see when we first got here.
Oh,
Deliver a message.
I can tell you who that is because you've talked to him a couple of times now. I just have to finish it.
Yeah, this is the notebook, but this was after we got that.
Brother Osman.
So what do you want to do?
Brother Osman.
I think
Yes, I'm just
Franklin.
hanging out right now.
Yeah. Franklin mentioned something about a dragon arrow.
Yeah,
he
but
said he
Franklin's
was
going to Caspian right now, so.
He said
Yeah,
he was
are-
going to talk to Caspian about
Okay.
that as well.
Then I probably would just follow along wherever Franklin goes at this point.
We're speaking with Caspian because the next council meeting is going to be at his house. If he's agreeable to being in alliance in this fight against this creature, we need to discuss with him the hows and wheres within his house that the attack should be launched. Because we want to keep this creature in as confined space as possible.
We can use all the allies we can muster, however.
Yes, yeah. So we can maximize our efforts, but we want to keep her from being able to transform and use her full capabilities of flight. And on the downside, the more confined space, probably the more likely everybody is to get hit if there is any type of breath weapon.
I'm gonna go find where a bunch of wizards are gathered, if I can find a spot.
That just happens in town.
They're just like,
I'm gonna go look. If I find one, I find one.
it's like in Skyrim, they're all just
That
out
would
in
be
public.
Caspian's.
Just follow the
Oh,
wizard.
well, I'm gonna go to Caspian's.
Oh god, no you're not.
So do you want to find wizards or do you want to find warlocks?
Wizards.
Okay.
Okay,
You don't
Vin
want
doesn't
to-
know the difference between
Right.
those two.
I'm gonna try to find wizards.
Okay.
Because my wizard is not here.
I'm pretty sure
So-
Franklin would write him directions, just sending him on a wild goose chase throughout
So
town.
Zeke,
It's not here
Franklin,
now.
Zeke, Franklin, and Zilva are going to talk to Caspian. Okay.
Yep.
You're
At some point,
going
we're gonna
try
have to
find
go home.
one of the major. I mean, there's several major colleges in town.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find one of them.
They're not too hard to find. And what are you doing, Ben?
I'm going to go see Brother Osman
Okay.
and probably go home.
You gonna let any of us know that you're going home?
I'm
told
telling you
us?
right now.
Oh, okay.
If I'm going to take my wife as an escort to the council meeting, I kind of need to go home to my wife.
True.
All right. So
Council meeting in like 5 days.
4.
4.
4.
4 days. Math's hard.
And how many days do you think I can stay away from home and be able to justify this? I was taking care of renewing business associations.
Maybe spend one more day.
Yes, today. And then I probably need to go home.
Okay.
Wasn't Brother Osmond the one that delivered the message telepathically? Couldn't he do that with your wife?
I don't know. I don't think I need to utilize him for that communication.
Like you going off by yourself.
No, thank you. I don't like going off by myself.
But wait, we have rooms at your place, right?
I'm not sure that's the safest place.
Well,
What were we Crown's Guard or Table Guard? What was that title?
Y'all were table
You
guard.
guys were table.
yeah, we were table guards.
I mean, I suppose I could take table guard, but I wouldn't want to jeopardize either of you. I don't know that I won't be killed at the gate.
Well, what time are you meeting up there? 'Cause that's why I'm gonna come back. Or I'm gonna meet you there.
I mean, we can meet back here first and then go there.
Alright, cool. Sounds like a plan.
Well, in your position, would it make sense for you to bring guards?
It would not be unusual for me to have my escort as
You
I'm
would,
traveling
you
around
would know
town.
that. You would know that. Like, that would be more of just like a day in day out every day kind of house guard thing.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm
you
talking
could have
about.
with
Yeah.
you. So like,
But having an escort of some guards would not be unusual.
right? Yeah.
We probably would.
Generally,
Yes.
it would be guards of the house.
Right.
But with your current return, you probably don't have access to many. So yeah.
Alright, well, best of luck.
What time you want to meet back up?
When you finish.
Can all of your guards behave themselves? Stares really hard at you.
What do you mean? What are you looking at me for?
I had to put
If
you
people need
under
to
a
die, they're
spell.
gonna die.
Not always, and I look at both of them.
Yeah, see? See?
I'm not stupid.
Until one of the table guards starts hitting on.
Yeah.
Then I'm
Hey, no one's got to die unless they attack us. Or if they just look at us funny. Or if they're just there.
You need to choose your words more carefully.
I can back up my words. Can you?
When you're acting as my table guard, nobody dies unless I say they do.
Got it, boss.
Alright. Then we'll start with you.
Okay.
No, actually, let's start with Gundar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so you head out the front door of the Charming Harlot, and you're in sort of, it's like a working class district. It's not slums, but it's not, there's certainly not going to be any, like, wizards here. So, give me a charisma check to see if you can.
18.
Okay.
It was
18.
straight lateral.
It takes you a little while. You ask several people, and they're kind of like, and they just kind of point you around. They're not exact. It's more of a they're afraid and just trying to get away than anything. But probably
Whatever works.
within about an hour.
If you go 2 miles that way, and they go the opposite.
Within about an hour, you've got a pretty good, a pretty good idea of where to go. You head off, and it takes you about 35, 40 minutes to get there.
Okay.
But when you get there, it's it almost looks like a small. Don't try to fix it; it's broken on purpose.
I thought I did it.
If it's broken on purpose, it means it's going to be used.
But like I had my book like right here, and I was like, did I like Photoshop?
I mean, you might have, but like I said, it's broken on purpose.
Sorry.
It's okay, that was funny.
It looks kind of like imagine like sort of a building like on a university campus.
I did not mean to do that.
Oh god! Oh god! It means it's going to be used.
But like I had my book
I
like
can't
right
turn it
here.
off.
Oh god!
the test was good.
Right, yeah, is working.
We have sound.
All right.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, just replay my screw up. That's all right.
So, but yeah, I mean, it just looks like there's a big double front door, with kind of marble steps that go up the front, and it looks like there's probably several wings in the building.
Cool. I'm going to go see if I can find something
Make sure
inside that looks
Doing I thought I
important.
had it muted.
I just noticed.
You go in the front door, and
Get some more
there's
space behind the
No more
chairs.
lots of people. I mean, lots of people, maybe 15 or 20 people, kind of milling about. They all have on like robes and stuff, and they're kind of going about. And you can see there's tons of hallways and offices and stairs, and it's a.
I'm going to yell out, I need assistance. Or I need help, is what I would probably yell. I need help.
I need help. Like a couple of people kind of turn their heads towards you and they look at you funny.
I need an adult!
I'm not there.
They sort of look at you funny and
At
they're
the
like.
beach.
And most of them kind of continue on about their business, but then two fellows that are not wearing robes kind of come around from a corner, and you can see they're wearing like the top half of their clothing looks like a robe, but they have on pants, like leather pants, leather armor, and they've got these sort of staves that look. I'm gonna best describe what this looks like. It's if you could imagine like flowing water that has been captured in this, like in a staff.
That's pretty cool.
And the top of it almost appears to like glow with this sort of like, like when you're, like when you go to the beach and at night and you like run your hands around real quick and the phosphorescence comes off, like the top of the staff looks like that. And they kind of come to you and say, like, and they look up at you and like, what exactly do you need help with?
I need to go to hell.
The other one looks at you and says, you're right, you do. Get the fuck out.
No, you like a doorway.
There is no doorway to hell.
Shiny doorway.
If there's not a regular doorway, then that would preclude that there's no shiny doorways either.
It starts with a P.
P.
Albert.
I know what it is.
I'm not there. Sorry.
This is an establishment of learning, sir.
So you can't make something to get someone to hell,
Really
or get someone to somewhere else.
The temple fin starts cracking on.
We cannot.
Who can?
There may be men here that have such capabilities to send people to other planes.
Do they know how to do it?
Once again, we're simply mage guards. We're not
Can you
wizards.
take me to them
You can make an appointment.
today?
Perhaps if you go to the secretary's office and act civilized, then perhaps one of the chancellors will see you. I would assume that this type of magic requires a powerful spellcaster.
Huh. Probably.
He says, all right, follow us.
What's wrong with Frankie?
I only know how to use... He's not here right now!
So they kind of lead you off, like into a side room. When you come in, there's a sort of almost looks a little sickly. He's really thin. He's got like spectacles like down on his nose. He's got black hair, but you can see it starting to gray at the sides. He's got little crow's feet at the corners of his eyes. Big pointy ears, an elf. And when you walk in, he's
Man, this guy's old.
he's not really that old. It's more that he's just always squinting. But he just sort of looks up at you and says,
His name's Racing.
he says, never seen a Goliath in the School of Abjuration before, but okay.
I can do this.
He looks at you and says, when you do that, he says, that's very impressive. Sir, what can I help you with?
Oh, pull out the little fork. Heard this thing can get me to hell if someone does something to it.
He takes it from you and looks at it. It's out of tune, and he hands it back to you.
I know.
You wish to have it attuned?
Yes.
Very well.
We're gonna be in the middle of combat, and he's gonna strike this thing.
Chancellor Malheim
Oh,
is...
well.
I'll go to hell.
Chancellor Malheim is quite skilled at
I more want to use it as a communication device. I'm going to try to.
teleportation magics. He may have the ability to attune this fork correctly. Where is it you wish to go? What plane of existence?
Hell.
I need you to be more specific.
The 9 planes.
Right. Which one?
Fuck.
I don't think that's one of them.
It's the 4th or the 5th.
You might want to get that right.
Twitch! I need no clips!
Gundar's just in there.
I want to say it was the 4th. You can't just go to all of them? Get that one of them?
You can make 9.
There are 9 hells. They are all individual planes.
Does my character remember would have known the name or the type of demon she was?
You were unconscious.
You're unconscious.
Well, I was awake for some of it.
You never saw her, not once.
When I cut you down off the thing, you fell into the fire and remained unconscious. As
See, I thought so too. Someone said I had woken up during the fight. Well, I mean, I've already... Nah, I won't metagame. I've already metagame this far. Let's just go with the 5th.
This is very well. You look up what it's actually called, because I only know a few.
I hope that one's right.
Let's see.
Anyone else remember?
I honestly don't. But I'm not there anyway.
Sure it was the 5th.
You think it was the 4th?
Pretty sure it was the 5th.
Pretty sure it was the 5th?
Pretty sure. I'm not giving you 100% here, but...
See, that's weird. I was pretty sure it was the 4th, but...
Yeah, see, we're just going to screw his character. I don't really know. Do not
So
take my
where do you want
word.
to go?
The 5th.
5th. It says,
You can ask for directions when you get to the 5th.
it says we could.
How do
Oh
I
wait,
go
do you think
down?
if I commune with my animal spirit, he would know?
Maybe.
I'm gonna see if he would give me a better guess before I randomly decide.
Okay, so you're gonna leave, or?
No, I'll do it right there.
Okay. So,
It's my magic.
so
Yeah, I could do that.
how do you go about
civilized.
Good
how do you
job.
go about
Set it
casting
up.
the ritual?
I don't know how. I mean,
Well, that's the thing. What do you do to do it?
I'll squat down.
Okay.
We'll do like the whole kneeling pose, and I'll put out some rocks and.
Okay, so as soon as you start like pulling out like little rocks and candles and stuff, the secretary looks at you and says, if you wish to perform spells, you will need to do them not in my office. Thank you very much.
Huh, this will be cool.
I highly doubt it will be anywhere close to a lowered temperature.
Trust me on this.
If you wish to use a casting room, you may.
Oh, I'll go. Okay. I'll pick the stuff up.
The guards take you back out, and they lead you through a few hallways, and you come to there's like a desk, and there's a couple of people sitting behind it, and you see there's like 10 doors behind it. You walk up to the desk, or the guards walk you up to the desk, and one of them, he looks at one of the people sitting there and says,
That's hilarious.
this fella here wants to use one of the casting rooms. Pretty sure he's not going to be in your books, though.
Well,
And the woman he's talking to just, oh, very well. What is your name, sir?
Gundar.
She flips through her book for a second. She says, you're quite right. He is not in our books. There's a price of 100 gold pieces to use a casting room if you are not a member of the college.
Gone. I'll go stand out front. Do it out front.
Okay.
And I'll come back in.
Okay. So you go outside, you cast
Yeah.
and speak with animals, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like my bear spirit.
You see this, as soon as the ritual finishes, you look up and you see this huge, massive, Kodiak bear,
Yeah, the one guy that
he pads up to you. He stops, almost like with his nose,
Yeah,
right at your
doing something
forehead.
that's-
Like you're kneeling down. That's how big he is. And he looks at you just, Gundar, I see you have finally figured out how to contact me.
Yeah, see? I told the guy this would have been cool. Massive bear.
Gundar, you would not be able to see me. I am your totem spirit.
Starts talking to himself.
When a bear is smarter than your player character.
I need assistance.
That'll be the title of this episode. When Bear is smarter than your player.
He says, if I am able to assist you, then I will. What
Do you know what plane of existence my wife is on?
Gundar, you are unmarried.
Well, technically it's true. Alright, so
I am no liar.
I am bound to someone.
I cannot see whatever this connection is of which you speak. You are bound to me, and I to you.
There's no other bounding things.
I mean, not that he can.
Yes, there are a lot of things jumping along.
Alright. Between
Yeah,
the
bounding
9
away.
planes of hell, 1 through 9, mainly between 4 and 5, what is your favorite number?
You see, if a bear can look confused,
It's not 1 or 9. It's not 2 or...
he holds up his paw.
It's either 4 to 6.
He holds up his paw and he says, if I had to guess, I would say 5. I have 5 claws on
Okay,
my paw.
that's 3 5s. I like 5.
Okay.
2 5s, so it was not there.
I place my life and fate and the
He says, what
eternal
is the...
damnation of my soul on a random number.
He says,
And bear legs.
what is the
All of the gold in my
meaning of your
pocket.
boy of my favorite?
Oh, there's a devil lady that's trying to kill me, and me kill her,
I see.
and I want to meet her so we can get married.
I'm so.
If she
It's about like
resides
Ben's
in a
relationship
plane
right now,
of
though.
hell, this would be a foolish decision on your part.
I mainly want to use it to tell
Thomas is
to
pretty
her.
much right on.
Those are the only
Right.
kind I make.
Well, Unfortunately, I cannot see this bond of which you speak, and I do not know where this creature may or may not be located. You will have to find these answers on your own.
Oh, I have a better question for that one guy. Okay, cool. Thanks.
Very well. He just blows off into mist.
Alright, I'm gonna go back in.
You gathered an audience
to the
while
one
you've just
guy.
been talking to yourself.
And I want to ask him how
So
do
when you come
I...
back in the door, the guards are waiting. Oh, you came back. All right. You wish to make an appointment now?
Yes.
Very well. They take you back to the secretary.
Okay. I want to ask him, how does one communicate with the devil in the 9 planes of hell?
From the material plane, you mean?
Yeah.
You're as dumb as you look. You do not. They can communicate with you. Powerful wizards may be able to open a channel of communication, but generally you would need to travel there to speak with someone.
Something just died to her like Deadpool in my head. I was going to use the tuning fork and go ding and be like, hey, honey.
That's not how that works at all.
That's how I thought. That's how my character thinks it's going to work. He just can't remember what plane it's on. I thought it was just like, hey, the 9 planes of hell. Good to go.
He says, if you would like to speak with the Chancellor, as I said, he may be able to attune the item for you.
Alright, let's go with that.
Says, very well, if you come back. He flips through a couple of pages.
In 5 days.
Tomorrow afternoon, after lunch, he has an opening.
Sure, I may be able to make that. Let's just schedule that in.
Very well. He'll bring something that he will like, as you are not a member of the college.
Is it like alcohol? Or women?
He likes magic and gold.
So alcohol and women it is.
Yes, alcohol and women. Please, leave my study. I have work to do.
Okay, I'll leave.
Then,
I'm never going to be able to communicate with my wife. Hey, at least you get to go home to yours.
as you're leaving
I'm talking about this one.
the charming harlot,
Not his wife yet either.
a woman kind of comes over. Master Dorn, I have a message for you. It was delivered this morning.
Thank you.
She handed you a letter.
Do I know her?
She looks like one of the girls that works in the tavern. She's early 20s, curly brown hair.
I'll give her a gold piece.
Yeah, okay.
Is she cute?
Yeah, I'll open it
She's
up.
good looking.
You're not there.
You're not there though.
Well, hey. If one knows she's cute now.
Okay. You notice that the seal is your family's crest.
Pop it. Open it up.
It's a handwritten note. Quickly says, you haven't been home in a couple of days. Have you already forgotten about me? You just came back. I would very much enjoy your company at the house. Mary.
Bed. Oh, that was my edit.
I will fold it up. Tuck it in a pocket. Is that my cloak? And we'll continue my way to the temple.
Okay. You get back there. It is kind of on the other side. It does take a while to get there, just to get through town and whatnot. But you do get there eventually. And once again, unlike the grand temple of Fultus in Therengard, this is kind of a small, like hamlet church almost. And
I will actually, for the first time as I enter, obviously awkwardly because I've never really paid that close attention to what they are, but as near as I can tell, the rituals before going in.
Yeah, I mean, you've never really seen, like, because the temple in Therengard is so huge, like, it's a temple and a barracks and a training ground and a hotel, basically,
right.
You know, and a dungeon. Like, it's really, like, the actual chapels of it aren't, you know, you can go in tons of doors and never go in a chapel. But for this, yeah, you've never really seen
Okay.
much of what they do.
Don't worry about it.
But when you come in, you actually, when you open the door, you hear a hammering. Sounds like somebody like working an anvil.
I'll make my way in.
Okay, you walk in, like in the antechamber to the left, you see Brother Osman wearing like a heavy leather apron. He's not wearing his like priestly robes. He's just a like leather jerkin with a leather apron, pants. He's got his hair tied back with like a leather band, and he's like looks like he's making a sword or something. He's just like hammering on an anvil. He's got like a forge kind of set up in the side of the thing.
I'll walk over, and as I do, I'll take my cloak off, and is he? What's his title? Is it brother or is it?
I mean, you've only ever heard him called brother.
Okay, so Brother Osman.
He turns and says, Master Dorn.
Would you like some help?
Says, oh no, this is when I'm. I should not say this in the chapel, but when I tire of speaking with our Lord, I find comfort in the forge.
Don't know much about forging, but I can certainly work the bellows for you.
He says, "Oh, that would be most helpful. I have to stop every now and then and keep them going. Makes the forging longer, and the chance of the sword being brittle is much higher."
So, obviously, because of the heat, I'll shed my leather jerkin, and start working the bellows for him.
Okay.
And let him work for a little bit and just some casual banter.
Yeah.
So, what's the sword for?
He says, "Oh, I would probably sell it to, one of the houses so they can have it for their guards. Just, as I said, I just enjoy working the metal. It reminds me of a time before I became a member of the church."
It's always good to have one's hands at labor.
That is true. Idle hands, as they say.
Yes, I have been guilty of that far too many times.
Well, our Lord is a gracious one.
Yes, your Lord is.
What brings you here today?
I have a favor to request, and I am afraid possibly dire news.
Well, you have helped me. I will see if I can return the favor if I can.
I feel that Magnamar is in great peril.
And why is this?
The entity that has taken up residence in my home that looks much like my dead wife. From my investigations, we have found that she actually is a dragon.
He doesn't look afraid, he just looks surprised, like, that's rather interesting news.
Yes, apparently originally a green dragon. I'm not sure exactly what all that entails.
Oh, well, there have long been rumors. The forest to the south, the Amberwain, I'm sure you know it well, having grown up here.
Yes.
It's a vast forest that extends for hundreds and hundreds of miles. It would not shock me to know that the Green Dragon had taken up refuge. As you may not know, but they have a fondness and a keenness for places away from society. Unlike some of the other chromatic dragons, they like to stay secluded in their forests. So it would not surprise me that one or two, maybe even three, could possibly live there. It's, as I said, a large forest. They could.
Yes, but this one is not living there in the forest.
Oh.
It is living in my manor house. And apparently has delved into, and forgive me, I do not know much of these things, some form of shadow magic which has transformed it.
Oh dear God.
The shadow is always a presence that bodes ill. I've never heard of dragons dealing in shadow magic. Generally there are evil wizards and warlocks that will deal with the shadow. But a dragon, this could be, as you say, very dire indeed.
I got the impression, especially concerning something that she said to me the first time that we met, is that she and I could rule everything.
That is curious. Dragons are usually, at least from what I've read, are not too keen to share their power.
Oh, I do not doubt that I would at some point meet an unfortunate accident.
Well, if you stayed in her good graces, then perhaps not, but...
Yes, well, either way. I've come to request that you contact Marcus the Dawnbreaker
Ah,
and see if perhaps he could send aid. My comrades and I plan to make a stand against her in 4 days at Caspian's home.
oh. So during the council meeting, then?
Indeed. We are in the process of negotiating alliances to allow us to do so.
And how exactly did this creature come to be living in your manor, impersonating your deceased wife?
I am sworn to confidence with a great deal of that information.
Very well.
Rest assured that it has been made clear to me that the person or persons involved realize the error of their ways and are attempting to work with us to rectify the situation.
So it's just I can contact Marcus. That would not be a problem at all. Do you have a message that you would like to send specifically?
I have been to correspondence for him.
It would need to be a short message if I were to do it quickly. And of course, if we have a messenger come through the teleportaria, then certainly I could send it back. But if you have something quick that you could send.
Well, I will leave this with you, and I'll hand him the letter that I penned.
Kind of tucks it away in like one of the pockets of his apron.
And if you can quickly message him that while I recognize he owes no debt to me, and in fact, quite the contrary, that there is a dire presence, perhaps a threat not just to Magnamar, and that I request whatever aid he can send.
You see he pulls out like a strip of paper, and he walks over to like a little desk and he grabs a quill. He writes out a little bit shorthand of what you said, kind of paraphrasing it, so it stays short. But he hands it to you and it basically says what you want it to say. Okay. He says, if you'll give me just a moment, and you see he reaches in his pocket and he pulls out this blue stone, and he kind of rolls it around his fingers and concentrates on it. You see it starts to glow blue, and then he lets the piece of paper go, and it, like a piece of flash paper, just goes up. And he says, he should receive. Yes, he has received it. If he is able, he will respond, or he can respond. I do not know how. And right as he's not even done with the sentence, you see a flash and a piece of paper starts floating down in front of him. He grabs it out of the air, and he hands it to you.
Okay.
And it says, it's very short. It says, in Alterion, King is missing. I'll try to meet you in a few days' time.
Thank you very much for your assistance in this. The correspondence that I have left will provide additional details.
Says very well. Did he respond favorably?
As favorably as he could.
Very well. Should I hold the missive to give to him if he shows here, or should I send it on to Therengard?
With the, and this question to the GM, with the train system, how fast can the letter get there if he doesn't hold it?
To Therengard?
Yeah.
You remember it took you guys right around 4 days to get here with an overnight layover in Alterion.
You might as well hold it for if you can send someone.
Very well. If I have someone come through that I'm sending back, I will send it with them.
Yes. Other than that rapid of communication, the length of time to
No,
even travel by
The
train.
message you got said that he was in Alterion, not Theringer.
Okay. Map-wise, where's that with regards to us?
Theringer northwest-ish, Alterion south and east of there, Magnamar almost directly south.
Okay, so how far is Alterion?
About 2 days.
Go ahead and send it to Alterion. That is where he is.
Very well. Wonder why he's in Alterion. It's interesting. The temple there is generally in good order. But I will, how do you want him to send it?
The fastest means that you can.
Because, if the train is back in service, which I'm not sure, then I could have someone take the evening's run, and it would be there in 2 days. I will see if I can speak with one of the magisters and have them fire up our side of the teleportaria and
I would
see if
be
I can get
happy
someone there
to
quickly.
recompense any cost associated with that.
Says, the magisters owe the Temple of Foltus quite a debt of honor and gratitude for the things we've done for them in the past. I'm sure I can have one of them fire this up for me, no problem. It works, it just needs a little bit of tuning. It's usually received as a place for people to quickly come here. We don't send too many people out through it.
If he does manage to arrive, let him know that we will be attempting this at the home of Caspian, and if everything goes well, he will be welcome at that home.
Very well.
And I will hand him, well, I already did, but there's the missive.
Okay.
And I will continue to help him
Okay.
with the sword.
Sure. All right. You guys.
Alright.
So you're heading to Caspian Manor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've already been there once, I'm assuming we know
You've been
about
there,
it.
yeah. And it's actually fairly close. It maybe takes you 15 minutes to walk there. Unlike some of the other manors that sort of are on the outskirts of the town, this one is sort of, it's like that big, weird, like we're in the middle of a big crazy city and now someone has a giant lawn right in the middle for no reason. Like driving through, like Buckhead or something. And so, yeah, so you get there and the guards are on the gate when you walk up.
Alright. Good morning, gentlemen.
The guard just kind of snaps and says, "Oh, good day."
Here, what's the guy's name?
Dane Caspian.
Dane
D-A-Y-N.
We, oh, sorry.
It's okay. You
We,
didn't know it was there.
we've come to speak with, Dane Caspian, if he is available.
I believe my lord is not busy this morning. If you want to have a word.
I would appreciate it.
And so he kind of looks back and kind of snaps over, and a squire or whatever sort of comes running up the gate, and he kind of says something to him real quick under his breath. And he runs, just, if you'll just wait here.
Absolutely, no problem at all.
Well,
Have any issues the last few days?
how do you mean?
Just didn't know if you've seen anything out of the ordinary.
No, that I can think of.
Very well.
All right. They just kind of go back to standing there. A few minutes later, you see the boy come running back, and he says something to the guard. He says, "All right, if you'll follow me, I'll take you over to where you can meet with Lord Caspian."
Thank you.
And he leads you, not up to the house actually, but you take the front walk. You kind of go over sort of to the left side of the house, and there's a really big garden. And he leads you into sort of a gazebo kind of thing. It's got like high shrubs and everything around it, but there's comfortable chairs inside. He says, "He'll be with you in just a minute." I think he was finishing up some sort of spell, ritual, or something.
Well, whenever he is available. I'll just take a seat and
Okay.
start strumming.
Servant comes out a few minutes later with a plate of refreshments and things like that.
Male servant? Female servant?
Male.
Okay.
Go ahead, seduce him.
Thank him. I'll take him.
Seduce him. Seduce him.
No. Not Ben. Zeke don't roll like that.
Yeah.
I don't know about Ben.
Zeke's not a pansexual like Deadpool.
You wait for about almost an hour.
Okay.
And in that time, there's, servants and whatever that come out. It's actually a really nice view from where you're sitting. They have like a small lake in the back, or I guess probably more of a pond, I suppose. But eventually, you see Dane come walking out. He's just wearing these black. It's kind of like the last time you saw him, black, like scholarly looking robes. But like the insides, like the bell sleeves, that whole kind of the insides of them are purple. He's got a hood thrown back, and you see he's wearing like this small silver circlet on his.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's cool.
On his brow.
I'll stand up. I'll stand up when he.
He comes walking. He says, "Forgive me. Was it Zeke?
Yes, my lord.
Yes. And I know you, Franklin, and Zilvin. Is that correct?
She just kind of nods a little.
Yes. Well, welcome to my home. What can I do for you today? What brings you here?
Well, we come with news. You might actually find it fascinating, but we've, through our investigation, have come to find that Vin's wife is not what she seems.
Well, I think anyone could have told you that, but I'm hoping if you're bringing this to me, maybe it's more in depth than that.
And Zeke kind of rummages through his bag and takes out the dragon tooth and hands it to him.
Not quite matured. Interesting. Where did you acquire this?
From the mouth of the beast itself.
Interesting.
We have...
This appears to be, if I'm not mistaken, the tooth of a black dragon. Is that correct?
Correct.
I was unaware that black dragons were shapeshifters.
No, excuse me. She, from what we know, is a green dragon.
Ah. Now, that makes much more sense. Yes, but a green dragon.
There were...
I've heard tale of an old green dragon that lives to the south in the Amberway, but
That very one, I believe.
this dragon is, from at least the tales, is ancient.
It's what we have heard.
And our information says she uses shadow magic as well.
When you say that, you can actually give me an insight check.
Can I see it? Can I try as well?
Yeah, you're not looking.
9. It's not gonna roll very much.
We are so dead.
14.
Okay. Franklin seems to notice this as well. You kind of see almost like the eyebrow goes up, like, but just like it's a split second, and he regains his composure. But he says, most, despite what many people think, yes, dragons are magical creatures. They are not. They're not standard beasts of the field like horses or dogs or lions. They're intelligent creatures.
Very much so, I believe.
Green's some of the most intelligent. Also the most conniving. Why has this particular dragon decided to play this charade?
From what we can tell, he or she is not content with merely sitting on its hoard. It wants all of Magnamore.
Interesting. It would not be like a green to just interpose. There must be a reason. There must be something behind it.
I believe a deal was made, but
see.
the details of that deal we are not privy to.
I see. I'd be interested to know who made such a deal with such a creature. but you say that it is dabbled in shadow magics. As I was saying, dragons, for the most part, have very limited or no spellcasting abilities.
The stories that we hear is that something has taken over its mind, has taken control of it itself.
I can tell you this, if it is indeed the power of shadow, it would not be something that would take her over. She would have to have willingly, and at that you almost see his head like twitch a little bit, is willingly take on such a power. Shadow magic is... Are you familiar with goblin shamans and have you heard of the Kinku people?
Would I?
Maybe. You give me a history check.
It's like an Underdark area.
Okay. 19.
Okay, yeah, I mean, everyone's heard of goblins. Kinku are little bird creatures. They actually can't speak, but they can mimic anything they hear perfectly. Mm-hmm. And so they are able to speak by basically stringing together bits of sentence and making intelligible sentences out of it. But the thing that when they talk is, they'll talk in one voice for 3 words and then a completely different voice for the next 5 words. But he says, so these primitive tribes have always dealt in shadow. It is the magic of their people. But it is... How can I best put this? It is disturbing to think that a creature as powerful as a dragon would be meddling with the shadow.
Well, the more disturbing part is, as of now, with your permission, we would like to take on the beast here. In
my garden?
No, not in this immediate area. Wherever you think best. But during the meeting.
Anywhere outside of my gates would be preferable.
The meeting is taking place here, is it not?
Well, yes, of course. I mean, the council meeting will be here in several days.
That is when we wish to strike. Keep him or her enclosed so as not to be able to use the full ability.
He just laughs. He's like, enclosed! She could transform when she wanted to and destroy my home if she were inside of it.
So you know of nothing that could keep her size to
underground stoneworks, perhaps? Things that aren't made of, I don't know, trees that dragons rip out of the ground for fun? If we were inside in the grand dining room and she decided to become a dragon, my house is not going to contain that. It will simply explode.
That's awesome.
So you have nowhere in mind that we could possibly engage.
Who decides where the council meetings are held?
For the most part, it's just a rotation.
So it would be unusual for us to move it somewhere.
This close, more than likely, yes. Perhaps at the previous meeting, when we were at the Dorn Manor, if I had said that I had a conflict, that I would be unable to attend this particular meeting, or that there was already something scheduled in my home for the evening, then perhaps a relocation or a change of date would have been in order. But this close, I mean, this is my only concern. Well, not my only concern. This is a concern.
I was gonna say.
If we reschedule the meeting to a different manner, they're all built the same. The idea to contain her is...
Lion's Crack Manor seemed a bit sturdy.
Yes, well, Arthur's Manor is mostly made of stone. He does have a sizable, for lack of a better word, dungeon, but it's not. It's just there's as much of the house underground as there is above. I should put it that way. We could potentially relocate there. There may be suspicions aroused.
Would it be possible to get back with you on this?
It would be. Let me see if I can develop a ruse to let the other council members know why we cannot use my manor. Unless we're not concerned with the other council members raising suspicion.
We believe we have the DeCarlos and the Lions Craigs on board.
I doubt you have Arthur on board, but
he obviously has his own best interests at heart, but
yes, his best interests generally tend to be mine. However, it is time for this city to change. We have enough members of the council that are young to understand that a city built on murder and thievery is not the best thing we can have.
I believe his words were, as long as he can trade in illegal goods.
Ah, yes, well, illegal goods is an interesting nomenclature. No one says that the goods that Arthur supplies my family with are illegal, and the goods that my family sell are illegal. Detrimental, perhaps, but... He says, however, it would seem that you need more information about shadow magic.
Possibly, if that's what we are actually dealing with, then any information you had would be...
Then I have very good news for you and very bad news for you. The good news is I can tell you everything you need to know. The bad news is I cannot tell you any of it.
So what can you do for us?
I can tell you where you can find someone who can. If I were to tell you the things that I know of the shadow, let's just say there would be a new member on the council at the next meeting.
Where do we need to go?
And his name is Gundar.
At this point, he looks at Franklin and he says, Franklin, do you remember the stories of the ancient tower to the east of the city? Franklin kind of nods his head. He says, for you two, you may not know this. Before elves and humans and dwarves lived in this land, there was an ancient group of peoples that were some mix of all three races. There are several towers that dot the landscape that still stand. There's one, maybe a day's journey from here. There is a creature that resides in that tower now that understands the shadow, that understands how the shadow operates. She may be willing to divulge information. It will not be easy. She is powerful. But if you catch her at the right time, or can get her in a good mood, she may be willing to answer any question you have.
Good mood as in how?
It's hard to say with one whose mind is addled by the shadow. Has Venarius never told you about my family?
We've heard rumors.
I will be lucky to sit on this council in 10 years.
If I saw like my mom and my aunt use the shadow, do I know if it's something that they use or that it corrupts them?
You're not sure because you've never actually seen what they're talking about here. You know that like the magic that drow matrons use is a lot of blood magic and death magic.
Okay.
Until you actually see some of this shadow magic, you wouldn't really know if it's the same.
Okay.
But I mean, give me an insight check.
Blood magic.
7.
Okay.
Nope.
Picking the wrong dice at the wrong time.
I tried 3 so far.
But
They're still mad at me.
Franklin says, Franklin basically says, yeah, I mean, I know what you're talking about. I know how to get there. So, he says, just see me when you return from the tower. I should be able to convince if we can convince Arthur to have the meeting in his home, then I should be able to easily convince the rest of the council. Some ruse about my mother being sick or something.
With this, obviously, information is our ally,
Excuse me.
but we also need people.
As I've said, if your plan is to free this city from the tyranny of criminals, then I think it is time for this city to change. I do not have the power on my own. But if the first step is stopping whatever this creature is, then so be it.
One other request, and I'm not sure the feasibility of it, but with your family diving into magic as much as they do, we have friends on another plane. Do you think it's possible for you to get them here?
Well, it would depend A, on the plane, and B, if they were willing to come.
The 9 planes of
Arborea.
hell, yes.
And Arborea. And what peoples are these? I know of Arborea. I've never been there. I have read about it and studied it, but I do not. What type of beings do you do?
Eladrin.
Oh, winged elves. I see. Do you have a way to contact them? I take it you have been there and met them.
Correct.
Did they give you anything?
And I'll go back in my bag, his feather.
You see, he looks at it and he says, I do not know. It's possible. If he had given you something, was this specifically made to summon them, or was it a gift?
No, it was more of a gift.
I see. Eladrin are known for giving horns or coins, things that will...
Did we receive anything like that? I didn't think we
so.
did.
Just, for lack of a better word, that will tear their souls into this plane. It sounds harsh, but it's what they do. But
I got a fork.
if you have a way to travel there and speak with them, then that may be your best option.
And Franklin sells the fork, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what you consume.
Oh yeah,
And I'll
that one's
ask,
slow too.
I'll ask Franklin, can you tell if it's still tuned?
I mean, Franklin looks at it.
I didn't know if Franklin...
Oh yeah, yes. He says, yes. This component simply allows your body to resonate to the frequency of that plane. It's not consumed upon use.
Could you get us there with
So-
the fork?
Says, unfortunately, planar magic is not my specialty. There are people in the city though who may have such skills. Who teleported you the first time?
The witch.
You mean the crazy old lady that lives outside the Amberwayne?
Used to be a whore?
Yes. I've heard she was powerful.
Don't think she's too keen to send us again.
I see. Then you may be well suited to visiting one of the colleges of magic to find a magister or a chancellor, perhaps. They may be able to cast the spell.
This guy's got an appointment.
Very well. I do thank you.
As I said, if you venture to the tower, return and see me afterwards.
Very soon.
See if we can figure out a way to contain this beast.
Well, we will.
Cutting it close.
And with that,
What?
is there anything else you wish to bring to our attention?
It's not at the moment. If I think of anything, I'll let you know.
We will be at the Charming Garden.
Staying with old Roxy.
And I'll kind of look over at Zilva.
Doesn't show anything on her face. Didn't say nothing.
Sting. Yes.
Give me a deception check.
My dice are like shit.
Hey, this is where
I get a -1 on those.
Oh,
16?
no. All right.
Oh.
I was like, this is where you roll high.
Now you roll good.
He was about to get some poker information on. Oh.
As well, if you have nothing else, then I need to head back into my laboratory.
Do you need those items?
Oh, he gave them back.
Okay, I didn't know if he did or not.
Yeah.
He's just like...
Yeah, he just looked at
They're his now.
I can control an electric.
That would be
You
good.
did not roll insight.
And he shows you back to the gates.
Alright.
And as you guys leave, give me a perception check.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
my turn.
13.
13. You hear a small pop.
Like behind me?
Yep.
I don't hear it because I'm still pissed about Roxy.
It's really faint.
And I'll
It's not very loud.
just kind of glance over my shoulder.
You don't see anyone standing there.
Is he still standing there?
That was
Oh.
the pop.
We hope that was.
Do I know that? Do I
Right.
know that as
Someone just like sucked him out of the world.
dimension door?
You can give me an Arcana check.
I mean, I have it. I didn't know if that would...
That's what I said you can give me
Okay.
an Arcana check.
17.
You are pretty sure that when you dimension door, it doesn't make any sound.
Odd.
So yeah,
Does
you're
Franklin hear it?
No, you didn't. You rolled,
Okay.
you rolled straight cock out. You rolled a 4. But
That sounds like Franklin.
yeah,
He was thinking about a certain teacher.
yeah, he was reading books. Oh no, you know what? I'm gonna backtrack real quick because I forgot one thing that was supposed to happen because Seth's not here. So anyway, step back real quick. When he first walks up and you guys are sitting there, he comes over, like he greets everyone, and he sits down in the chair next to Franklin. He says, "So if you come to return my book," Franklin kind of looks at him. Well, I don't have your book. And he's like, "If you wish to borrow books from my library, it's fine, but do please return them when you are finished." And then fast forward. I forgot about that part.
Was that the cartoon book or the...
No, it was the one about the other continent.
Dang, Frank.
Well,
That's
Franklin
funny.
just walked off with it.
Yeah,
He just left with it in his
he
hand?
just straight kindered it like, I don't even realize I steal stuff. Alright, so you guys head out.
Kindred it. I hadn't heard a Kindred reference in a long time.
And we'll make our way back. And...
No, I had a friend when I was telling him about the Leprechaun game, he's like, "Dude, you can't be half ones, you gotta be kindered."
Kinder. Yeah.
Oh,
I wish I thought about it.
Why would you do that?
on the way back, I'll just keep it...
Monsters, man.
On the way back,
Whoa,
I'll just
I
keep
want
an
like
eye out
all of
for
them in
any
there.
general stores or weapons shops or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean,
I have a second.
those types of things are dime a dozen.
Alright, I'll head in. I'm gonna head in real fast. I'll just make eye contact with Zilva and walk in real fast. I'm looking for a short bow.
He gave you the look.
A short bow?
Yeah.
Stay out here.
Yeah, I
don't
mean, you can find a boyer, no problem.
Okay.
You know.
So a short bow, quiver, a few arrows.
Sure.
Just to keep, so I can actually do something instead when I'm concentrating on a spell.
What? I'm sorry. What was the shop? It's just
A weapon
a
shop.
weapon shop. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Just
pretty much like anything that's like this is a huge city, like a couple million people.
Yeah.
Like any basic gear is easily found.
Okay.
You know, you have to look for it. You can You don't have to tell me you bought it. You can just erase the gold off your sheet and
Okay.
say that you have it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Do we pass? Well, when you're done here,
Do what? Yeah, that's all.
you're done. Okay. Do we pass by like a music shop,
A music,
Music?
shop?
like
I mean,
a place that sells like instruments?
you can find one, yeah.
Okay. If it, I'm
Once again-
assuming Franklin's just tagging along somewhere behind.
Yeah,
there.
he's just being
Just
angry
reading.
right now.
Did you have anything else that you wanted to like do? Okay.
I'll tag on.
I think I'm about to go, aw.
Yeah, as they're passing one, she kind of like sees it and she like doesn't say anything to you, but she grabs your arm and pulls you in. And do I like see like a pan flute anywhere in there?
Sure. Roll me a percentile dice.
Okay. The 9 or 6?
It's 60.
Okay. 60?
60, just flat 60?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll pick up the prettiest one.
Okay.
Whatever one I have.
So you're talking like you say a pan flute, like pan pipes?
Yeah.
What is pretty to drow?
What?
So what is pretty to drow?
It probably doesn't sound pretty if she said it. I'm just gonna pick up just if they have like a regular like wooden looking pan flute, like the ones that have like the different size like little like tubes on them and it's all together.
Yeah, like a pan pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure. They have a couple different ones. There's one that's just plain, like it's just reeds and
Okay.
Then they have one that's more. They're all the same.
Okay. Well, she's not really looking for like a magical one or anything.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, there's one that has like the bands that hold the pipes together are wrapped with like a spider webbing of like gold and silver leaf. That's probably the fanciest looking one.
Okay, I'll grab that one, and I kind of hold it out to Zeke, and I say, "Can you play this?"
I've never played one before.
Would it be possible for you to learn?
Not to any extent that I am proficient with the bagpipes or my lute.
Are you proficient with the bagpipes?
I mean, you're proficient with loot. Bagpipes.
You're not there.
Whole story.
I'm gonna I take it and I go to the shopkeeper and I like put it on the counter.
Okay. It's just it's a sort of an older gentleman. He's got like a thin little mustache and goatee. He's got long, sort of flowing hair. And he just says, one of my personal instruments that I have designed.
It is quite beautiful.
He says, yes, the gold and silver work was painstakingly applied by one of my apprentices.
You should give them my compliments. How much for it?
He says, this one is, let me see, how much is just a regular instrument? Because this one will be a little bit more with all the fancy dancies. Excuse me. Musical instruments are not adventuring gear. Normally 12, so wait, I should roll an actual percentile die if I want to roll percentile dice. He says, that particular one will be 30 gold pieces.
Okay.
Oh, come on. You know we can do a little bit better than that.
He says, my friend.
What's the markup on that?
Like, you have the loot on your back, right?
Oh, yeah.
He says, you know the value of a well-crafted instrument, friend?
Yes, but not one that has no magical purposes behind it.
I just laugh and I'm like, it's very beautiful, and I like put the coins down.
Someone who appreciates artistry.
Ah.
He takes the coins and he takes the. It actually has like a small.
Here's the receipt.
It has a small wooden case.
Yeah.
It has like the gold leaf and everything on the top, and like the corners have like the gold like little studs to protect the case. And the inside is lined, with like velvet and felt. And he puts it in, like puts it up and hands it to you.
Okay.
Probably break on the first use.
She please don't. I I'm gonna take it, but she kind of seems to handle it like really, really carefully. And then like as I like walk over to the side of the shop with you, I look at you and I say, "I'm sorry about your bagpipes, and we gave you a hard time." And I kind of like hand it to you, and I'm like, "My brother used to play this, and I would love to hear it again." And then I just like hand it to you. It's a gift.
Oh, do you go?
So you can begin.
I think the
Doing
biggest
proficiency
practice
with
is your
panpipes.
brother. And
So if you
use
use the pan flute, you won't be able to add your proficiency bonus to anything until you're proficient with it.
Okay, what's the
So
like?
like when you make a performance check with
Yeah.
it, it would just be your charisma, it wouldn't be your proficiency.
So it wouldn't be my performance bonus. It would just
Nope.
be.
Because your performance bonus, are you proficient in performance?
Yeah.
Yeah, your performance bonus includes your proficiency, and you're not proficient with this instrument.
So you would drop the proficiency bonus, which right now is
Gotcha.
+4.
Gotcha.
The
So
more
it would be
time,
performance -4.
yeah, the more times you use the instrument, I'll keep a record
Okay.
of like successful checks that you have with it, and after you hit a certain number, we'll say that you have proficiency in that.
Okay. So performance.
That's a cool way to do
That's.
that. I would do that.
I mean, it's still a
Is that
plus.
only for
plus
proficient
8 on it.
performance?
It's gonna probably just be for. I mean, it'll be a case by case basis. Like if you wanted to learn, like, I mean, you're proficient in most weapons, so like if you wanted,
Proficient in
Oh,
all
wait.
weapons,
yeah.
but
So like if you
Wrong
wanted to
character
learn
sheet.
something, you could let me know what you want to learn.
Well, and kind of like, I mean, anybody can learn to play an instrument,
yeah.
but he is.
Yeah,
a
that's all-
performer.
that's all I was saying,
So
like-
he would probably reach that proficiency.
Yeah, that's what I was
much
saying. I was like,
faster
that's
than
what I was
any
saying.
of
Could
us
you
would.
even learn an
That's
instrument
right.
if you're not proficient in performance?
Right. Still
Like-
plus 9.
Like a wizard trying to learn a new language would probably learn that faster than obviously I would.
Yeah.
Well, like if you use the panpipes, it'll be whatever your charisma modifier is for your
So not even a performance minus my
performance minus.
Well,
yeah, so
Your performance -4 would be
Is
Yeah.
your charisma,
would
basically.
be your charisma. It's just your ability modifier.
You said 30, right?
my.
Oh, because you get a bonus to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's a bard.
Never mind.
So
Yeah.
yeah, because you've taken one of your
Expertise.
My expertise
Yeah,
is-
it would just
Still
until
just be my
until you're
charisma.
proficient
Yeah,
in
yeah.
it.
Gotcha.
But
That's,
but once you are, you would get the.
Okay.
I guess would you get the
Yeah,
expertise?
once you're proficient in it, then you can. It adds onto your list of instruments you're proficient with.
Oh, that's how
cool.
you get. How do you get expertise? Is that just like a
It's a
skill?
class thing.
It's
and as
It's a
a,
class thing. Okay.
then as we're walking back, I'll just start messing around with it, trying to experiment on the
Yeah, I mean,
notes.
you can even do like instead of like carousing,
Mhm.
like when you gamble or whatever, you can decide to take a night of practice and get a few steps up the track. But
Okay.
that will be in lieu of carousing. You
Oh.
can't do both.
Oh,
So
I mean, you have to spend the time doing it.
I
you
know.
do one or the other.
I know. No, it makes sense.
It's downtime stuff to develop.
It
your
makes
character.
perfect sense. It's going to be hard to get Zeke not to gamble as well. But Zilva having a moment of weakness there would probably.
You should ask her
I didn't
about her
even.
brother.
I was about to say I didn't even
That
know
we just
Zilva had
learned out.
siblings.
You're the worst drought ever. Your mother would be so disappointed.
That's kind of the point of her character, though.
She already is.
Okay.
Hey, look at it this way. I don't even know she had a brother.
Oh, that's coming up in conversation now. You told the wrong person to keep secrets.
I don't think she was trying to keep it a secret. She just blatantly said it.
All right.
She also said it in front of Franklin too.
She did. And
So
Franklin
yeah,
was
this
probably
is, at this point.
He's like over somewhere reading.
At this point, did you want to do anything else? Do you want to go find any other places? Or?
Are you done? Is he done with all this stuff? Yeah. He's
And
done.
I'll work with Osmond as long as he needs / wants me, up to the point to where I can leave in time to get back to the inn to meet my clients.
Okay, he basically stops foraging around noon,
Okay.
like around lunchtime. He prepares you a small meal. You two continue to converse about whatever you want to converse about. And after lunch, he says, "Well, Veneris, I thank you for your help today with the forge. I thoroughly enjoyed speaking with you, despite the gravity of our conversation. And I do thank you for your assistance with the forge. Hopefully the sword turns out to be a good one."
I hope so. It was a good distraction to work.
Yes. Because unfortunately, I can no longer be distracted. Our Lord Fultus calls me to duty.
Perhaps one day I'll have to ask you more about Lord Faustus.
Ah, well. He is not for everyone. But, should you ever wish to inquire, you may stop in my humble hamlet anytime.
I thank you again for your efforts on our behalf.
If I have further communication with Marcus, I will let you know. Where may I reach you at?
I will be returning home probably this evening. In my manor.
Then may our Lord shine upon you. That sounds like a rather dangerous endeavor.
Yes, I have my concerns, but I have a role to play, at least for the next 3.5 days.
Very well.
Yeah, with that, bow to him and I'll leave.
All right.
What is your thing about mounts?
About mounts?
Yeah, mounts.
You can
buy a
one
mount?
if you want.
You're a Goliath, right?
There's an elephant in here.
Oh my god.
That's why I was wondering.
How much do they cost and how much gold do you have left?
I have
What town would let
exactly
you ride that thing
260
in?
gold. There's an elephant in here that costs 200 gold with an exotic saddle that would probably fit an elephant for 60 gold. That'd be all my money.
Our bank anymore.
No,
No,
there is.
we're
yeah.
splitting it as we find it from now on.
Every gold's already been split. I'm not holding on to any of
Dude,
it.
I'm just kidding.
I will tell you will not be able to find an elephant in Magnolia.
Okay. I was asking because you was like, hey, what's ever in here? And that's why I was like, hey.
Yeah, like the general adventuring goods and things. You can find horses.
Under mount.
You can easily find horses.
Just get a Clydesdale, man. You'll be good.
Do they have Clydesdales here?
It's called a heavy war horse.
Yep.
How much do those cost?
I never realized how big
don't
those
know.
things are in real life.
They are freaking
They're-
huge.
Yeah,
Well, is
they
it-
make you feel so
yeah.
tiny next to them.
Yeah, but Gundar
They
needs like
actually were the
Can I just buy
horses
the
that
the draft
rode for
horse
heavy
would be what it
calves.
is. I mean,
They're
it's-
Back in the Middle
If you
Ages.
buy,
Gundar needs
if you
like
buy
a
a mount,
moose.
then you have to pay for it to feed it and all that kind of
And
stuff.
upkeep and stabling it.
And whereas
all
I
that good
normally
stuff.
don't make you pay like your lifestyle expenses because that's pedantic and silly, if you own a mount, you do have to keep it alive.
Hey, that's why I was asking, what
I
is
don't
your
have a problem
take
paying
on
lifestyle
mounts?
expenses.
Huh?
That's where all my gold would go.
But you're Franklin's amount.
High level
so.
of lifestyle.
Was that 10 gold a night? Something ridiculous?
I'll get another cart later. I want to go find a musical shop.
Do you run into us? That's what we think.
They're coming out. I'm probably already back at Roxy's.
Zeke just has this
There's
really
one
pretty box
not
walking
too
in.
far away from
What's Zeke's last name?
You don't know?
the college where you were at.
Sweet.
Fair enough.
I would like to look for a drum.
No one's ever asked.
Okay.
Or a loot.
I'm about to.
One of the two. Drum or loot.
For a very good
If
reason.
there's a loot big enough for me, I want to look for that.
Okay, you walk in the store and there's patrons walking around and you see there's a lady behind sort of a counter that looks like she's like helping like restring someone's loot currently.
I'm going to ask her, it's like, hey, is there a loot big enough for me?
She kind of looks at you and says,
Or
It's a ukulele for you.
"Just not that we have, but you could certainly commission something. It would, the tuning would be interesting, I think.
Is he
But,
getting a second present today?
how long would that, how many days?
well,
More than 5, I can't do it.
unfortunately, I think it would be to commission one, just because we would have to.
Is there anything bigger than a flute over here? I don't know. I'm gonna like half
He's looking behind
those.
screen.
Half of what those things are, because I have no idea what
Busting,
that
no
is.
experience for the session.
Or that one. The liars.
Did I
Is
tell you
that
what I'm
pretty
working on trying to do?
No, wires like
Commissioning
the
Oh, tiny thing? What's up?
piece of
This
art
thing.
that's
dulcimer is like
been
a
in Zillow.
big.
Oh, that's
You
cool.
can't carry it.
From who?
I
I'm
can't
not sure
carry
yet.
it.
I'm
Well,
talking
you
to 3
can't-
different
you can't-
artists.
Like a
Okay.
like I don't know why they have it in the book because a dulcimer is like a.
Mine is like the one I look at, the one
big
that I
treasure
tried to
that's
draw.
got strings
Was
across and
like,
you hit it
man,
with
she's so
little
much
hammers.
bigger than you did.
What
It
about,
makes me angry. I'm working to redo it.
A shalm is like
Do you have like friends or
basically
you
like
trying to
a.
hire?
Yeah, no, like I'm talking like
It's a
professional.
violin.
That's violin.
I always like to have something as a keepsake from the campaign.
From a
So I'll
campaign.
get a picture and frame it out. I'll hang it on the wall.
Dang.
Zeke's dead body in the background. They just walked
Get a
over.
drum.
It's that
No,
scene.
just
Yeah,
just
drum.
Yeah, you get like a bass drum.
all you see are like broken strings
Yeah.
from a lute.
Is there any?
I'm gonna have
is
to
there
do
a
like
loot that I could
serious,
actually play,
like,
even if it's
like
not
they're
my?
looking at each other's eyes and a
Would be
Goliath
my
in the
size.
I mean,
background.
like a regular
Smirking
loot would be like a
face.
ukulele.
Doing this.
Like a normal person.
Okay.
It'd be like,
Going,
and you would look like, you know, like the big fat Hawaiian guy that plays the ukulele.
See.
That's what you would look
Super
like.
true.
Okay, I want one of those then.
Okay.
No, not
She
really.
says,
not really the Goliath part.
she says, what we can, we have, and you
Yeah,
see like on the
Zeke
wall, it's like,
playing
imagine
like
going
Agile
into like,
Walker.
you know, Guitar Center. There's like looks hanging on the wall.
I have to get like a
Okay.
reprint for
Dude, it
you
ain't
too.
cheap.
They have
bass
Professional
loops.
artists
I
to do
understand.
that.
What? They have
I
bass loops.
understand.
Bass loots?
Yeah, they're a little bit bigger.
Oh, I'll take
It's
a
like,
bass
well, if you're
loot.
only doing
No, no,
2
well,
figures,
just
not
a
the
little bit.
entire party.
Hey, that's enough.
Yes,
Because
I'm
you'll
only
play the
doing 2
lute and I can play
figures.
bass.
Okay. She says, there's a couple of them.
Yeah, I was like,
What's
this might be
normal
the
price
first
on the
campaign
lute?
we play where I like might actually
35,
cry if like one of ours dies.
Um,
Like, it's so
They have a
sad.
couple that are just regular looking lutes. They have some that are nicer, like
That's so
ivory
good.
inlay in the fretboard.
Is there anyone that matches
Seth
my
was like,
axe?
what if Franklin dies? I'm like,
You mean it like drips red necrotic energy out of it? No.
No, but like you know, like red and black or anything like
I
that.
can see tonight I'm just gonna be
Roll me a
like
percentile.
gets Revinta. Gets Revinta.
79.
Not really the match.
Zeke has to
Most of
tell
them
everyone
are
why his nose is broken
like
next morning.
they're just
so.
like
He's had
they're
worse.
just polished over. They're not
He's
really
had worse
What
for
about
more
an
stupid
orange
reasons.
An orange one? No. They're not really any colors.
What about a black one?
There is one that like the fretboard is black, but the body of it is still like like kind of a dark mahogany.
Sure,
brown.
I'll take that one.
Okay. For that one,
Yeah, depending on how much that one.
always love rolling percentile dice and then figuring out the percentages. She says, that one will be 55 gold.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna take a normal one.
Okay. She buys you a normal one. And it's just like sort of like the wood color varnish or whatever. And she hands it to you. She puts it in the case and everything. And gives it to you. She says, that's 35 gold for.
Okay.
What'd you decide on?
Normal loot.
By the way, I was trying to
A
look
normal
up a
base
spell
loot.
book, like to add my character in here, and it just like randomly started playing an ad, and I was like, stop.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do?
I'm gonna go back.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna go back to
The-
So everyone's heading back to the Harlot.
And I'm
Okay.
gonna play it while I walk back.
Okay. Your performance check at disadvantage.
Yeah. A 4.
oh my god.
Rips the
It's
string.
horrible.
Sounds pretty much
Hold
as
on.
if I picked one up and started
Like it's
playing
not. It's not in tune.
They didn't tune it for me. Those
it.
bastards.
But he doesn't even know.
Probably not. Yeah, it's not in tune. Like you start like mashing the strings, like you've seen like Zeke do with his, and you're like trying to strum it, and basically you're just like potato mashing the strings. So it's just and it just it's really bad.
Okay.
The question is, does he think it sounds good?
No.
You don't have to roll for what you think it sounds like. You can
Does
just say
anyone
what you
else
think it
hear
sounds
him
like.
while he's
Yeah, it's not that
He
good
gets
right
there-
now.
Yeah, there's
he gets there
like
and backs
people all in the
it
street.
around.
I want one of them to say something.
And like you didn't even
Throwing rotten
like
tomatoes
the other
at you.
funny
That's
thing
exactly
was
what I
like the
was-
Oh
strap.
yeah, the guy that's walking with an axe that drips blood necrotic stuff, they're gonna start talking.
Like so the strap is actually too small for you to like put it over your shoulder and then come around your back, so you literally just have it hanging from your neck, and it's like right here. And so you look rather goofy. But that's
The only thing that keeps you from getting rotten fruit thrown at you.
Still having fun. I will learn this thing one day, and then I will have to buy a bigger strap.
you're
Zeke
just
teach you.
duking your way through the streets.
Zeke's
like,
not going to teach him.
like you're
Teach him
trying
all.
to put
It'll be
something on the
awesome.
wall.
Really, the guy that
Please,
picks you
God,
up.
teach him.
There he
Please.
is.
Really, the one person in the entire group that walked over to your dead body and
I
picked
don't
you up.
know that.
No, she did, but you.
Please teach him.
Hey, were there any specific questions that you had for Caspian? They kind of went over shadow magic and that kind of stuff.
And
You were there with them, so if there's anything else you wanted to ask.
you stole a book.
Oh yeah, when you first got there, he just kind of looked at you and said, "Have you come to return my book?"
And borrow another one.
Yeah.
He says, "Yes."
It's even better.
He says, "I don't mind if you borrow from my library, Franklin. We are friends after all. But please do return them."
Sometimes I forget. I've forgotten a lot.
I can see.
How was work today?
Crappy. Super crappy.
Sorry.
My knee hurts like crap. So I can't bend down.
Yeah, so do you have any other questions? Like, if they've already covered it, then I'll tell you, but you can ask me whatever. Because I know you had sent me a message with this.
Yeah, no, the Shadow Magic, that was one. If they had any innate knowledge, I'm sure they parted it already.
They talked about some different things about where you could find some information.
Okay.
We have to go to a tower to talk
Yeah,
to
he
them.
basically intimated that he knows all of the answers about Shadow Magic that you could ever want, but he can't tell you.
Right. That figures.
Because things would go not so well for him.
The dragon stuff?
I did not ask him about that. So, he basically says, it's not even powerful spellcasters, to be honest, can craft different weapons of slaying. Arrows, some of the easiest, although of course they are one-time use. Even with your knowledge of magic, you should be able to craft one. It would be rather expensive, but it actually should not take very long. You could probably, if you devoted your time, I would say you could probably craft one a day, maybe.
Oh.
If you really devoted most of the day to that work.
He's seen the tooth as well, so.
Okay. Awesome.
He says you would need some more of the essence of a dragon to. Just the tooth would supply enough for maybe one or two.
And the scales?
Do you guys have scales?
We have two, don't we? Somebody plucked some scales.
No, we didn't.
Y'all gonna
We
make me
weren't.
sleep with a green dragon, aren't you?
We weren't ever able to get scales off of that dragon. Did Vin keep the scale or give it back to DeCarlo?
No, I thought somebody from some dragon picked up two scales.
I mean,
I was
if
going
it's picking
to-
up scales. It was probably me.
Yeah,
so
no,
I think I
no,
shaved.
I wouldn't. I didn't keep anything from that meeting.
Okay.
Oh, then I think
I was
scales.
going
You even
to
left
go
your
get
dignity in that
scales.
meeting.
Yes.
I was going to go get scales.
If you didn't write down that you picked up dragon scales, then you don't have dragon scales.
That's fine. I just thought somebody
You know, the
did.
circumstances of that meeting, I left with less than what
So
I
the
took
thing
with.
is, I probably was the one that didn't, but I didn't write it down.
Yeah, I know the big dragon, the only thing we got off of it was the tooth. Because everybody
Right.
tried the
Yeah,
big dragon.
yeah.
No.
Yeah,
I wasn't
you.
sure if somebody
Yeah,
had
that's
from
it.
the smaller one.
The green one actually vanished after you.
Yeah.
Okay, then no, never mind then. Just checking. Okay. And they can, like, that's something that I'm like, oh yeah, I know how to do that, or that's like.
It's one of those things like you have the ability to do it. You probably just need to ask them like, yeah, what are the particulars? And they would tell you, grind the tooth into powder, do this ritual, make the do this, and you'd be like,
Right.
oh, okay. It's because there's generally when you craft a magic item, it's like you have to basically cast that spell into the item. So like if you wanted to make a sword that could catch on fire, you would have to cast fireball into that sword
Gotcha.
over and over and over and over, right? Well, since there is no spell called Dragon Slayer, just slaying, like there's no spell that's like die, you know.
PWK.
Sort of, but
You're pretty sick though. I'm sorry.
but so basically, yeah, it would be the idea of I would have you expend spell slots, and once you expended the correct number of spell slots, which it's not like you have to guess, I'll tell you exactly what you need to do. You would expend spell slots and pay gold.
Okay.
And that's what it would take. And then, like I said, and that would encompass the speaking with somebody who has some knowledge of how to do it, getting the materials, grinding the dragon's tooth down, turning that ground powder into magical essence, lacing the head of the arrow with it. That's what the gold would represent, is doing all of that.
Okay.
Okay, so at this point, am I waiting for them at Roxy's, or
I mean, it only took us 15 minutes to get
Yeah,
there.
you guys were. Yeah, I mean, you guys had some time of waiting and everything, but
Oh, yeah,
you probably stayed out the longest.
okay, all right, fair enough.
How many people saw me shoulder check Roxy? Was it just me and
If
Roxy?
I did not, 'cause
Yeah,
I
I
was
was like,
already
you were
upstairs.
I saw it.
I wasn't in bed yet.
I'm
don't
gonna
care.
make a guesstimation.
It's like you were reading your
Yeah,
book. probably.
I saw.
So I'm gonna make a guesstimation of how many people were in Roxy's Tavern. I'm gonna roll a number.
Oh, like for Roxy's friends.
So that's how many people were in there that could have possibly seen it. Now what I want you to do is make a perception check.
20. Or 19, sorry.
11 people saw you do it.
Nice.
They probably see people get violent with prostitutes before.
And it's all not Roxy not respond. Which may be more significant.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're saying that sometime after lunch, you all managed to make it. You guys probably make it back and eat lunch there.
Okay.
Then
Yeah, I
shows
had
up a little
lunch
bit later.
with Osman. I'll come in. I'll walk up to their table and sit down. Roxy, could I get an Ale?
She comes right over and brings the mug and sits down and goes, well,
You know,
you look like you've
I have
been doing some work.
I have. It was refreshing, actually.
Huh?
I have been remiss.
Did he kill somebody?
No, he worked the
I have not
Oh.
introduced you to a fabulous person. Have you met my friend Zeke? Zeke, I am ashamed of myself. I do not even know your last name.
I'm not the only one.
No one's bothered to ask.
No one cares.
Put it on the spot.
You don't need last names.
Zeke's whole backstory comes out.
No. Make sure I don't give the right name. Actually.
Zeke, the all people
Make sure I
slayer.
don't give the
Is
right
it
name.
Smith?
Crampton.
Ralph Cramden, really?
You just like
Huh?
look at
No.
shit on the table, crap.
It's just something that kind of was similar, so I didn't have to think too hard.
A fabulous entertainer. And anytime he is in town would be an asset to your inn.
As well, if he doesn't charge much and try to run off with the women, you might be right.
What the hell is going on?
I don't think he'd charge you anything.
Gunner's gonna lean over to Zoe and ask
I
what
mean,
the hell's
he's
going
perhaps
on.
room and board.
We're having a conversation.
But I'm sure you could take care of that. And I kind of wink at Roxy.
Empty.
Did you see
Lord,
that?
sure.
Did you see that? Are you saying this there?
Yeah, she goes,
Of course I am.
we've got entertainment booked for the next few weeks, but if you guys are going to be hanging around,
I mean, I'm all the entertainment you need.
You never know. Zeke's a good lad.
all right, I'll keep it in mind if we need someone extra.
I'm a fan of the entertainment that you have around here, Roxy.
Yes, we know.
I can tell.
What the hell was that?
I'm setting him up. What
That just came out of left field.
You did.
And Zeke will, after the introduction, he'll stand up and take her hand, kiss her hand. I appreciate you allowing us to stay in your humble abode.
Give me a charisma check.
Boom, there you go.
Forgetting I have to check my phone now. Just straight charisma?
Just straight charisma.
Someone's gonna get
Gonna
laid.
hand
No, I'm gonna get slapped, I feel.
You want me to get my other accent?
12.
She just, like, after you kiss her hand, she just pulls her, she just, well, I hope his playing's better than his moving.
Give me time to grow on you.
Well, thank you. It is a pleasure to meet you. It's always good to know that I
Play something.
have entertainment options.
What's on with Ben right now?
Nothing.
He's acting so strange.
Play something.
You know, when I was older, I used to have bunions that grew on me.
Hey, did something
I
hit
still
you in the
didn't
head
appreciate
when you
that.
were working?
What are you talking about?
You're like way too chipper.
I'll
Just asking Zeke to play something.
They're called emotions, Gundar.
What are those?
I'll pull out my
There's
lute.
only one.
Wait for a lull in the plan
Well,
entertainment.
I mean, there's no plan right now. It's,
Okay.
It's lunchtime.
Okay, and I'll start singing the song about
Here's my moment.
two lovers or something.
Sing the
Just
song
kind of
about
wink
that.
at her.
As
And
soon as he starts playing, okay, seriously, I need coin. Whatever you can spare.
I was going to ask you that.
Oh, so that, Oh. How many, You gonna pay us back?
Have you? You're gonna get it back. Yes.
Okay. You can have my 225 gold.
Just keep a record of how much you give me. Just whatever of that you can spare.
Okay, that's all my gold. So I'll give you 200. I'll keep 25 myself.
Yeah, you need to be able to feed yourself.
I need to eat. So are you walking up the stage playing your lute?
No, I'm just playing right to her, like winking, like giving her a wink.
Just a moment. I'm gonna start playing backup.
Alright, give me a performance check with disadvantage.
Oh dear God!
Did you give him something?
No, he went and bought it.
A 9.
Does Roxy notice that the whole time she's at the table, Zilva's just staring her down? It is not friendly at all. She doesn't say anything.
You're not hiding it?
No.
No, especially when I pointed out that he winked at
How
her.
much do you need?
As much as you can spare.
She's got her eyes on me.
Do I know what I need?
Now,
What you
now
need
she's
for it?
got her eyes on the Goliath that's
to
playing
keep
backup.
myself alive.
So it still sounds
When do you need
pretty bad.
Is that just because it's
Before
out
I
of
go
tune?
home tonight.
It is out of tune, but you managed to
I
just
need
like
to have
basically
a
just like
reason
thump
that I
the
haven't
string,
gone home for 2 days.
and he
That
happens to
reason
be
is
playing something
business,
E,
which means I need
so
to
it
bring
sort of
gold.
works.
Yes!
Understandable.
But most of like that's
Get
like
you some
half
before
the
you have to go
chords.
home.
That's fine. Did you see Big
Fair
Gunner
enough.
with the big old smile on his face as he's doing it?
Oh God.
Yeah, to you, it's pretty bad.
Is he sure?
I mean, I don't know what's out of tune
That's
yet,
good.
so I mean,
Zilva, I hate to ask, but what can you spare?
How much do you need?
Whatever you
Gundar,
can spare.
leave the entertainment to me, please.
That's not what she... I was like, what happened to that
I
money?
got your backup.
Practice in private.
Want to teach me?
No,
Want to tune it?
Did you
no.
break this? So I
Oh,
couldn't close it?
that was your opportunity to
Yeah.
get it back right there.
Because you put it on like...
You should have said you tuned it and then just smashed it.
Oh yeah.
Would you,
But you
Well,
can't do that now.
I
So I'm
know.
gonna let you do that
Huh?
since I told you that.
did you
That'd
move
have been
my
hilarious though, since he broke your back.
Check mine.
We would have had someone die
That
at
would have
that
been
moment.
Oh.
You did break my bagpipes.
She just like hands you her bag and it's got like 800 gold in it.
That's because you told
Holy
me
crap.
to.
I give you 100 of it back.
What'd you give?
I have like 800 gold. She just
What?
hands
How
him
do
her
you
gold
have
pouch.
so much
She
gold?
has to
Because
spend
she
it like the
hasn't
rest of
spent
us.
it.
Oh yeah, she's been around with us long enough to have accumulated some.
I had some before
I
met
have
you,
more than
son.
that. I have more than that. I also gamble and have won a lot of money, but
I was gonna say since our little card shenanigans, we have yet to make any money.
I
Well,
have.
you know, it's like I'm sure Mike can attest to this when you're a parent. When you give people an allowance and they go spend it on a bunch of bull crap, you tend to not give them an
Not
allowance
give,
again.
you don't get any money in him for a while. You know, it's managing money.
Everything's bullcrap.
I've won.
All right, so how did things go?
I'm still playing, so
Are we good with the location?
As we were good with that,
no.
right?
Well, when we talked to him, we convinced him to try to convince Arthur to have it at the Lion's Crags in the Lion Crags dungeon.
Because the one thing that you guys had not thought about is if a dragon decided to go from little teeny human to big giant dragon inside of a wooden house, the wooden house would just explode.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I thought of that.
Yeah.
I don't think Vin would have realized that could happen.
No, that was going to be one of my questions to the Caspians was whether or not they had a magically reinforced house, but I wasn't sure.
So we're trying to relocate the meeting to the Lion's Crag and jump her in the dungeon.
Oh, yeah, I will let you guys know that I have an appointment tomorrow at noon with some magicians.
For
what
what?
For
purpose?
what purpose?
Get this fork attuned
Magicians?
To what?
to the 9
Nice.
planes of hell.
Did you get my instructions?
No one gave me your instructions, so I just had to go find it myself.
Is Roxy still standing there?
No, she's walked away.
Damn it, Roxy.
I didn't know if you wanted me to read the instructions or not.
Franklin, should I even ask him why?
I gave him a list of instructions.
No,
never
I mean,
got a list of
why?
instructions?
Never mind. Never mind.
I don't know why either.
What did Roxy think about my play?
Alright, Gundar,
Yeah.
I'm not going to hell for you.
We'll go somewhere else if we need to.
You understand?
What?
It was one thing to go to Aboria for you.
Hey, you had fun there.
It was one thing to go to Aboria for you.
I don't think we had fun there.
I'm not.
Well, you had fun.
You did.
I had flying.
Because you wanted to go back.
Was it more like you want to go back? Was that what it was?
Yeah.
It's
Or you
I
just
mean,
feel compelled?
it's
or-
a compulsion. It's like a.
It's kind of like an OCD.
Well, no, it's more like a heroin addiction. Like it's probably not a good idea, but you still want more.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it was only us three that failed, right?
No,
Or
I
is it-
It was only
passed.
me and you.
Oh, you and you?
Yeah.
Have no interest in going to any of the
I was
hells.
just gonna use it to try to talk to her.
Oh, well, okay.
His meeting could.
Because I don't know any different.
His meeting could have more than one use, however. I did have an idea while we were talking with Caspian. Maybe we could bring some of our Borean friends to help.
It might not be a bad idea if we can get them.
We have the fork. He has a meeting.
Hey,
So does anybody have any
I'll
idea
take
how we
you to
fight the
the
shadow
I'll take
magic?
you to the meeting if you teach me how to play this.
What all did
You
we
have to
learn
tune
about?
it first.
Shadow
It was the
magic?
East Tower that we have to go to.
Yeah, there's a
How do I
tower.
tune it?
Tighten and loosen the strings.
Want to show me?
Oh my god, that's gonna be like a 6-hour training montage just to tune it. It's gonna be a montage.
I will do that
Snap!
for you.
No, crap. Gotta
Okay,
get
I'll hand you it.
It's just gonna mess it up in like 2 seconds.
This is just to get access to the meeting because I can't fight him. I'll tune the freaking lute.
Okay.
Yes.
You know how to do that fine. Or you said something, Mike, before.
I was asking if we had
Hey, but
any
just remember,
idea how to
when
fight
you
the
came
shadow
on,
magic.
came awake, I was standing over you, healing you.
The Caspian.
Please
It's
don't play it in
Caspians. I'm sorry.
public until you
It's
get
too
good
many.
with it.
Well, hey, we're having a conversation.
Yeah, but they're the ones.
Yeah,
that are
sorry.
Is the Caspian house that we just came from?
Yep.
To
Yeah.
keep all my names straight.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking y'all, because that was part of the purpose of
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
with the guys.
The Caspian told us we must go to the East Tower. And there's a creature that resides there that can tell us about shadow magic.
So you guys would know about this tower. It lays roughly like on foot a day's, like 8 to 10 hours of walking to the east of Magnalore.
Man, we are going to be cutting this close.
Yeah, 2 days travel?
That gives us 2 days.
Well, 8 hours there. In it, 8 hours. We could make the trip in one day.
Or we could
It
split.
would be a hard day, but
Yeah.
we could make it in one
You
day.
two could go do it, and we could go to his
I
house.
get the impression this creature is probably not entirely friendly.
And not easily,
Well, that's irrelevant at this point.
well, also not easily, does not easily give up their secrets.
Hey, you know, what was the house of the guard that I fought?
Lion's Grave.
No.
mine's
No,
correct.
that was not it.
No.
Oh, you tried to fight the Lion's
It
Grave.
wasn't Cassian, it wasn't Lion's Crag, it wasn't
Yeah,
the
because
car.
we haven't asked them yet.
Is that Stonebrow?
No, that's who killed your wife.
That's right.
It was Von Lear.
Von Lear.
Von Lear.
Have,
I don't have
have
that
we
one
got
written
them to
down.
help us out yet?
They have not agreed
No,
yet.
they have not agreed yet.
I can try talking to them.
Well, not if we're going to the East Tower tomorrow.
Well, if we go well, no, because we have our meeting tomorrow.
Your meetings.
Yeah, we have the
You're meeting with who tomorrow?
the wizard people.
That is irrelevant. That meeting's not going to happen tomorrow. We're going to the tower.
Gundar, get
Well, we can get the Borea people.
There is stuff to kill in the tower.
Oh, okay.
So then, so as of now, we have 3.
Done with you.
Why?
I just like can I just like take Gundar's
Those
head?
just the right buttons.
There's no one to kill in the wizard's thing.
Where's
killed
like the
tower.
prettiest girl in the tavern?
They're all over the place.
Like the most pretty one. Like
Yeah, like
one
like
right here?
when
like despite
like,
the
least clothing, I'll
despite
slap
the
her out of your chair.
despite the location of Roxy's, it's probably next to like the brothel that the DeCarlos run, which is like the everything's leather strip club. Like, Roxy probably runs the best brothel in town.
Okay, I'm gonna like as he's like literally chattering in her face, she's just like whistles at like the girl like directly across.
Okay.
Does she like come over?
Yeah.
How much?
Question.
Just super smiling.
Question. Are you drow or elf in this one?
Completely drowned.
Okay. She looks at you and her eyes get like silver dollar size. And she's like, For you?
I'm just beating on the table, laughing
Does that
hysterically.
For me, yeah.
And I just point at him.
Every point I go.
I don't think I've seen that because I'm laughing too hysterically at that.
Because I don't think you actually know. Make me a deception check.
Oh, I have absolutely no idea.
I don't know. Anybody?
I don't know how many dongs Vin has seen in this game.
I know he's seen at least one big one.
I've seen one that I cannot forget. Sir, that is a 26.
How do you know?
Oh, she looks at you, she goes, 5 gold.
She slaps 10 on the table and says, "Get him away from me for the rest of the night," and like pushes it towards her.
Gundar got lucky!
She grabs it.
And I want to pay for it!
She pockets it, and she just like grabs you by like your leather belt, fur belt thing, and just starts pulling on you. There you go.
I mean, I'll go. Sounds interesting. I gotta show her that it's not.
She comes back to me.
She might come back demand a little bit, or Roxy might come demand a little gold out of you. Alright, so she drags Gundar off.
I'll just say, I did not negotiate the price.
Did he leave his loot?
Nope.
He took it to play for her.
It's my loot now. It's my base loot. It's the base.
Alright, so
The
what do you guys
base.
want to do? It's probably like 2 o'clock, maybe? It's early afternoon.
Get him out of my sight for the rest of
Roxy,
5 gold, damn!
She gave her 10.
Refresh me as the DM.
She had offered to contact some people that might be able to help us.
Oh, just sent a couple of boys out with messages. I haven't heard anything back other
It
than
is early yet.
Yeah, other than from Dirk. He says that he might be able to give you a little bit of a hand.
Okay. Whatever he can muster, we don't know the location yet. We're trying to iron that out.
Okay.
Franklin.
Sorry, who talked to the Lions Crag about his dungeon? How did that
We haven't
Nobody
talked to
has
him
yet.
yet.
The Caspian's
Caspian-
Rock.
Caspian-
Caspian is
going
going
to.
to approach
Yeah,
him.
and then we're gonna get back with him.
What's up?
May I see the fork? The tuning fork. For Arborea.
I'll dig it out of my pack somewhere in there.
Gundar, where
He's
was
gone.
this?
He's gone.
He's
Oh,
gone!
yeah, that's right.
Still
That's why I
just
pulled
points
it out.
behind you. They're like walking
Yeah.
away.
He's over there.
I'm gonna go see if I can't find this college that he talked to.
You can just
See ya.
come ask me.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
You can't unsee that either.
Try to go see if I can't find this college and at least send a message. Maybe not travel, but send a message. To see if we can gather some Emporian friends.
Alright, so you're going.
Sounds like a reasonable plan.
Okay.
Alright,
yeah.
so give me an investigation check. Or no, sorry, it's a charisma check to get people to tell you where it's at.
That's 5. I know that. Huh. 8. I'm not very happy right now.
Gundar was more persuasive.
Yeah, you
I've had a long day, okay?
You start asking around, and whether it's the time of day or you're not really sure, but everyone that you ask is kind of like, I mean, there's several. They're just kind of all around the city. Like, do you know a specific one you're looking for?
One for planar communication.
Do you know what kind of magic that is?
I don't think I would.
I think that was Conjuration last
I
time.
think it is conjuration, but I
Yeah,
can't
I would
remember.
expect it to be conjuration.
Plane shift.
I had no idea what school I was looking for.
Conjuration.
Find the right one.
Okay.
Well, didn't he say
I rolled the roll
Didn't
18.
Caspian say the school that I needed to go to? I thought he had.
About the thing?
About the planar travel. Because I showed him.
Oh, yeah, he probably would have told you, yeah.
So I'd relay that and ask him if the directions to that college.
One of the people you asked finally, after asking a lot of people, one of them says, "Oh yeah, the Conjuration Magisters are just south of the rail station."
Thank you, friend. You're the first one that seems to have known what I've been talking about all day.
Were you with the group when y'all went there originally to get the first fork tuned?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah.
Then you would know where to go.
Okay, sorry, I forgot about that.
I was like, wait, when did you join the campaign?
Yeah, no, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so you would be able to find your way back there.
Okay.
You've been there.
I'll,
You all have like really great tom-toms in your head, and once you've been somewhere, you know how to get there.
yeah.
That's a Minotaur.
Huh?
Minotaur knows it perfectly everywhere he's been.
I'll go up if the activity if there still seems to be.
Yeah, I mean, by the time you get there, it's like maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay, I'll walk in.
Okay. Same thing you see. People looks like they're, imagine a very sparsely populated college. There's people running back and forth between classes or whatever. You're not really sure.
Okay.
There's people moving about.
Do I see anybody that kind of sticks out? Versus
Not
the others?
immediately. Everyone is the same thing kind of the Gunner saw. Most of them have on sort of robes.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of them have the hoods up, carrying books, moving back and forth, going up and down stairs.
Okay.
Just kind of scurrying about.
Okay. Just the first one that passes by without their hood up.
Okay.
Good afternoon, friend.
Kind of looks just. Oh, you don't look like a student of the.
No
college?
student.
What can I
You look a little old.
help you with something?
I'm looking to speak with someone about planar communication.
Probably the Chancellor or maybe one of the Magisters would know. I study. I'm not that.
I just need you to point me in the direction to speak with someone.
He just kind of points over. Says the Secretary's office is right around the corner there. He can probably direct you to who would know.
I thank you. Go that way.
Okay.
I think you can
so
conjure
you-
me up some directions.
You make your way around, and you walk into the same office, and you see guy, kind of thin, sickly looking little elf, glasses down on his nose, and he's at his desk.
It's been interrupted so many times.
And he's just scrawling. He's looking at a book and looks like he's making notes of some nature. He's got like a ledger to the side of like that looks like a calendar.
I'll walk up.
He doesn't seem to notice you. He's just like absorbed in his work.
No.
Just
Good afternoon, friend.
you're not a student. What can I help you with?
No. My friends and I came by not too long ago. What was that? Probably a few weeks now.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, and had this fork attuned to Arborea. We went and traveled, and anyways, long story. I was wondering if there's any way to not necessarily travel there, but send a message to another planet.
So it looks at you. It's just, you're the third person today who's come to ask me about tuning forks and planar travel.
Oh, big guy, big muscles,
Yes.
dripping axe. Yes.
Dripping. Well, that does.
Yes, he made an appointment for tomorrow, I believe.
Yes, with the Chancellor.
Yes, he sadly will not be able to attend that appointment, so you can free it off your books if need be.
Well, he takes his quill and scratches it out.
Is
I like
there,
the way he takes someone else's word.
Yeah. I was thinking
is there
Luckily, I'm not going to be there to find
Is there
this.
anyone besides the Chancellor that we may talk to about planar communication?
Do you know the name of the collegiate member that tuned your fork the first time.
Did you know that? Didn't think so.
Roll me just an intelligence check. Just straight intelligence, because I don't think
your -1?
would have given
No.
anyone a name. So
I mean, it's actually decent. 11.
11.
What's your wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that it was a man named. Think of the name here real quick.
Strangely, his name is
Name
Gundam.
off that.
Oh, they're
That
terrible.
sucks. They're
I
terrible.
told you.
They're terrible.
That is god awful.
Says you remember his name was Magister Paymore.
Matches.
Yeah, Paymore. Pay me more.
I believe.
P-A-M-O-R.
I believe it was Magister Paymore.
Oh yes. Paymore. Appears that he is between classes at the moment. He might be in his office. He might not be.
Do you have any qualms about me going and checking?
As long as you do not interrupt the goings and comings of the professors and the students, I don't think anyone will care. But if you start annoying people, then yes.
I'm not here to annoy anyone. I will be on my way if you could point me in the general direction.
He says, second floor, third wing, room 227A.
Thank you, good sir.
He says, now, may I get back to my work?
You are free to do as you wish.
Very well.
Mhm.
You start training it. So you head up the stairs, and it's sort of a labyrinth of rooms and things, like just about any history department on a college is. They're terrible. But you eventually find your way to it. It takes you a few minutes.
Okay.
But you just kind of basically, you get to the point where you're trying to follow the signs, like, screw it, I'm just going to go up and down every aisle. Like when you can't find, green beans at the grocery store, you literally just go up and down every aisle until you find them. Yeah.
Oh.
So that's what you do. You eventually do find it.
Fair enough. Oh.
You find the green beans.
Yeah, you find
Found the
green
green
beans.
bean. The door closed or open?
It's closed.
They're pretty giant green
Oh.
beans, too.
Knock
Not the
on-
public
I'll
spread.
knock on it.
You hear a sort of a deep, sort of gruff voice from inside. Come in!
And what is it? Magistrate?
Magister, yeah.
Magistrate. I'll open up the door. Magistrate Paymore?
Yes, I'm Magister Paymore.
The receptionist told me that you may be available to speak to. Is now a good time?
I have a few minutes before I have a meeting with the Chancellor.
Very well. Won't take up much of your time then. My comrades and I have... a few weeks ago, you tuned this fork for us.
Yes, I thought you looked familiar, young man. I do believe it was to Arborea, is that correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. And is there any way for communication between the planes? Not necessarily travel. Just getting a message.
There is. It is rather advanced magic.
Is that something you could perform?
Fortunately, it's not. Well, I am able to. I've been to Arborea, and I was able to tune the fork for you. I do not know anyone there that I can communicate with. I would have to have knowledge of who I was communicating with.
So merely me having the knowledge would help you.
Yeah, whoever casts the spell. It's kind of like sending. Like the person who casts the spell. So, for instance, Vin couldn't ask Osmond to cast sending to, say,
His wife, like what we were talking about earlier.
yeah, or say to Raichel, for instance, because
Gracias.
he doesn't, but he knows Marcus,
Okay.
so he's able to cast the spell.
What if you had something that belonged to that person? Still would not.
It says, unfortunately, no. I would have to have met them and spoken with them. The way, if you're familiar with a sending spell, yes, having something of the person's can possibly give me enough knowledge. But to go across planes, I have to have met the person, spoken with them, and have some sort of a rapport with them.
Very well. And is there, with the planar travel, is there any way, when we went on our adventure, we were able to come back within a certain amount of time, a few days?
Yes, I believe you intimated you were going to have a hedge witch of some nature assist with the casting.
Correct. Is there... What is the...
The typical manner of the spell is that the caster will send you one way, and then you have to have somebody send you back. Generally, the caster will go with you.
If we are talking about expense, maybe bringing someone along with me, one person in travel, what's the time frame or a cost associated to that?
Well, you have the fork, which is the only costly component that you would need for the spell. You would need somebody to cast the spell for you.
The services of the caster?
And the person who casts the spell, I'm assuming you would want them to go with you so that you could get back.
Correct.
Which means you would need yet another fork attuned to the material plane. Now, the one thing about the way this magic works is you're not always quite sure where you come back. Now, since you have a very grounded location here, then returning to the city should be fairly easy. However, if you travel to a plane you've never been to, you may just end up anywhere in that plane.
So is there any way to get to a specific spot in Arborea?
The caster of the spell would need to have an intimate knowledge of the location.
Well, let's hope he does. We're on a strict timeline as it is.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Well, with the services of a member of the college, how big of a donation would be needed to the college for his services?
It would depend. As I've said, unfortunately, while I can attune the fork, planar travel, the actual action of planar traveling is not my specialty. The Chancellor, he may possibly be able to assist you. However, he is rather busy.
Very well. We may have to look elsewhere. I thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
I'll head out. Head back to the German ground.
Alright. So you get back to Roxy's about an hour later. Do you guys want to do anything in that time?
Probably just...
I see you a question.
Wow.
It depends on his answer.
We send it to the group or just certain people?
Just those two.
Dang it.
Thanks, Seth.
What?
Picking and choosing?
Yeah.
It's messed up.
Probably has something that our characters don't need to know.
But Ben does?
If he's taking
Ben's
Zen
Frankie's
Get
best
a
friend.
drink. Anybody want water or Coke? Anything?
There you
I'll
go.
take a
Thank you.
glass of water.
No, I'm good, thank you.
Fruits.
Potched.
Wait, I don't,
You don't understand it?
yeah. Like, I mean, I see, like, the picture that you sent,
Yeah.
but I don't know if some of it's cut off, maybe.
Oh, yeah, it is. I mean, here, hold on.
What? I mean, but I guess probably what are you trying to create?
That's what I was going to ask you. In this town, is there any use for that? Like, would it just be something I can't do anything with afterwards? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, that's the thing is, like, I guess technically by the way that's worded,
I guess it depends on what. Because I would know, right? I mean, I grew up here. I kind of know, like, trade and all that kind of stuff to an extent.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess what I would have to know is what you're wanting to do, like what you're wanting to make.
Right.
Are you wanting to do the first option there?
Yeah.
To what end would be the question. And I'm not guaranteeing that I'll answer whether it'll work or not, but
Right. I just didn't know if I would know, considering the trade in town, if I would be able to make anything worthwhile that I could, like, fence fast enough.
oh, I see what you're saying. It'd be tough.
Yeah. That was my only
That's
question. Like, as a character, do I know that?
There's a lot.
And not the full, just like something like, what do I know what I could get away with pretty easily?
You got a little bit under. Give me just a history check.
I mean, because I'm going to talk to Vin as soon as we leave anyway and see what he... I'm not going to get very far in a D12.
Babe, there's one right there.
History 26.
You figure easily 5,000.
Yeah.
You could probably that would be like almost like just with no check even probably.
Right.
You could make something that you could like really fancy looking piece of jewelry or something.
Okay.
Anything above that you start getting into like credit.
I mean, because I know people don't carry around that kind of...
Right.
Not in this town anyway.
No.
Okay, that was my question. I'm going to go get some water because I didn't want Mike to carry 3 things.
Are you doing anything, Zola?
She's probably just like sitting at the table.
Like shooting daggers at at Roxy.
She might actually be drinking a little bit.
Okay.
Just kind of surveying the area.
What are you doing, John?
And you know what he's doing. He's already paid for.
Well, depending on how long that takes.
I told her to get ready for the night.
She might not be able to
Conk
talk me
him
out.
over the head with something.
So, well, however long that
Bitch
takes.
better not come down.
And then I want to practice my loot some more.
Okay, so roll me
Now that it's tuned.
roll me a d20.
3.
That's about right.
Well, I don't know what that was for.
About 10 minutes later, she comes downstairs. After you set her up, she's just like... She just like shoots you like the dirtiest look. And she just walks over to the bar and gets like a huge mug of ale. Just starts drinking it.
I'll come back downstairs.
So I'm still.
That didn't last very long.
As I figured.
longer than I thought.
St. Patrick's Day cookies? There's one left. You want one?
How many are left? Just one?
Yep.
Aw.
Definitely was a cookie.
I'm gonna go
Extra
back and
points
play
for
my
Franklin.
loot.
The game was even more awesome than the cookies.
Upstairs or downstairs?
Downstairs.
Alright, give me a performance check.
With disadvantage?
Still a disadvantage?
Okay. Well, I don't know if it was 2 now.
The
still
prostitute
food.
that I paid for all night came down after 10
Hey!
minutes and is drinking
A
heavily.
13.
13! Alright, you can mark a success.
That is awesome.
Yep.
You only need 20 more.
She gave me a really nasty look on her way down.
More.
Hey, all I need is to not have disadvantage.
Like, gaining proficiency in a tool or an instrument is usually one of those downtime things that takes you
Years.
months of game time.
By the way, speaking of St. Patrick's Day, I ran mine this morning.
Oh, I told him it went really well.
Somehow my group ended up in like South Detroit.
We burned it to the ground.
Nice!
I didn't even do it.
Burned the bar to the ground, killed everybody, and it stole a invisible car that only ran if you yelled wee woo really loud. Broke into the bank, killed somebody there, fought the Guinea Force Leprechaun team. Yeah,
Yeah, he destroyed my story. I don't know what happened.
it was hilarious. And then to get into the safe vault, they had to go through a hallway full of tripwires and lasers and stuff like that from Resident Evil.
Yeah.
When did this happen?
This morning. I ran one this morning for some work friends, and then she got to play in it.
Oh, so you were
I
in
played
it?
where?
You need to make it harder because you were playing in it.
Yeah, he
Oh,
did.
we had another.
I was like,
What
how
did you
did
play?
this happen?
Like,
Yeah.
wear me?
Yeah,
I didn't want to make another character. I was like, just give me your sheet.
we had another unicorn named Shitstick. I didn't even tell him about it. He just like named his own. I was like, oh.
Yeah, he didn't make us like roll to create ours. The guy was like, it looks like a giant chipstick. And we're like,
Okay.
So what are we doing now?
It's like
I'm going to
4
pat you on
o'clock
the
in the
back
afternoon.
and be like, hey, thanks.
oh, wash that first.
Where's the bathhouse?
So we need a fence. Sure you want to use that for that? I probably have enough.
We're alone when we start having this conversation.
Yes.
Oh, so it's just me at the table with you.
I'm back. Am I back at this point? You said 4 o'clock.
Yeah, you probably just ran it back.
But it only took me 10 minutes.
I'm thinking we're
All right, well,
better off saving that for something else.
You guys are literally just going to be sitting there for a couple
knows.
hours until he gets back.
Oh, okay.
I realize that, but I think it's between what the party was able to give me and what I have. I've got 1150 gold.
That'll work.
It's only been 2 freaking days. That's a pretty good sum of money to have raised in 2 days.
You are a Ven of the Dorn family.
Yes, the Dorn family who has been receding for the past 8 years.
True. So, we'll save it. We may end up needing it.
Let's hold on to it.
But it is there for you if you need it.
As always, I appreciate your loyalty.
We'll see how far that gets us through here. It may kill us both.
Yeah, if it kills any of us, hopefully it'll just be me.
Classic Dorn family.
Which point I'll return to the table. Is everybody here again? Okay.
What's the plan?
The plan is I go home. You guys stay safe.
That wasn't the original plan.
But it's probably the wiser plan.
Nope.
I can't make you do something you're not going to do.
Okay.
You realize that we could be killed as soon as we get to the gates of light.
Yeah. Oh, they can try.
They probably can succeed.
No, they might kill me. I'll put up a good fight.
I have no doubt about that.
So you know, we'll have to go to Arborea if we wish Arborea reinforcements.
I don't know if we'll have time for that. We'll
We
see.
were-
Just an
this is
option.
day 4, right?
Yeah,
We'll have 3
tomorrow
days
we'll have
after.
3 more days, but 1 day is going to be spent traveling to the tower and back.
Okay, so I mean tomorrow, and then we'll have 2 days before we have the meeting.
The second day is the day of the
Potentially.
meeting, right? Or do we have 2 full days before the meeting?
We have
or
currently we have like 3.5 days before the meeting.
I didn't know if on that, tomorrow we'll have 2
I
days,
think the
2
meeting
full
is
days,
the 5th day, right?
or is the 5th
so
day?
for today, you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and the meeting will be on Thursday night.
Okay,
It's
so
okay.
we have
Okay.
it's not the
Yeah,
meeting's
so
not
it's-
on
yeah.
the 5th day.
So if we
So
go,
We have
apparently it's
Thursday, but
Monday.
not Thursday night.
Currently it's Monday, and you guys are halfway through, almost through Monday at this point.
Mhm.
The meeting will be on Thursday night.
Gotcha.
so we have all. So if tomorrow on Tuesday we go to this tower and back. That means we have Wednesday and Thursday. We have all Wednesday to go to Arborea if we want to.
It took us 2 days to get back from Arborea last
Well, that was on
time.
a timer.
Be able to come back whenever we would want if we took a caster.
We'll just have to see.
And if we also have to get what were they? The guys that we haven't gotten them on board yet. Not the
Oh yeah, my buddies.
Yeah,
the
Lions
guy
Craig.
I want to. Yeah.
No, we got the Lions Craig.
It was-
No, we do not
Gloria.
have Lions Craig yet.
It's
But
Valora or Venera.
the Caspian is going to work on Lions Craig.
What did you say? What was the name?
Lions
Von
Craig.
Leer.
Von Leer. See, I knew it started with a V.
What is your plan for Von Leer?
I'm a barbarian. I don't
Lions
We
know.
need to
Craig
make
will
sure they're
help.
on board.
If
So
it
tomorrow-
suits them.
Hey, I'll talk to that guard and see if I can get his buddies. They want to go fight something.
We
fun.
need to speak to the head of the family.
And you can talk to him. I'll talk to the guards. Pretty sure that dude seems like he's willing for a fight.
Alright, well. Rest of you stay safe. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. And-
What time will you be here in the morning? Because I assume we need to leave at first light.
Yes. I will arise early and attempt to leave before first light. If I have not arrived within 2 hours past dawn, leave without me.
Will do.
And I'll get up and head home.
Alright.
Can I follow him? Like,
I'll follow him too. He can get
I'm
on.
gonna talk to you, not trying to like tag along like a puppy.
I'm going with him.
Okay, if
I
Gunnar
will
starts
not-
to get up, Zola's just gonna like
Oh.
kinda hang back for a
Gunnar,
second.
you stand up.
Yes.
Oh.
I don't stop them, but I do not ask anybody to come.
Before you go, did you ever get my instructions from Roxy?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna call Roxy over there.
Okay. She comes over.
Do you still have the note that I gave you? For the big one? Okay. Mind if I get it?
Yeah. She hands it back to you.
Alright. Here you go. It's instruction
Are
on
you still
how to
leaving
get
at
to
this
the
point?
9 hills.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
can go over it with you or you got it?
I mean,
I'll
I'm
take
basically
it from
walking
my
out the door at
pocket.
this
I mean, I
point.
already tried.
But he stops
Well,
with
he's
you.
talking with him.
You can have.
I'll read it later,
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh.
I'll like,
You read it
follow.
later. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta keep up with him before I lose him.
Where's he going?
Alright, so
He's going home.
I need both of you guys.
I'm going with him.
Both of you guys give me stealth checks.
Talking to me.
I need you to give me a perception check.
Oh, okay. Cool.
24.
Woo! I crit. So I got a 24.
Can I use pass without a trace?
You would have to do it beforehand. Alright, so you guys will have about a minute. No, let's say 2 minutes while they were discussing before Gundar finds you wherever you hid.
Okay. Are you continuing walking?
I
or
just
are you
imagine-
I mean, I'm
for a
just
second?
heading to my house.
I just
It's-
imagine Kronk just like running through the town. Where did you go?
Hey, I rolled a pretty good perception roll.
You know you do not have to come.
To be honest with you, I care nothing for this town or this cause. The only reason I'm here is for you. I will not leave your side.
I imagine Gunnar actually.
You be quiet. I'll slap you out of your chair.
Don't make me send you out of the room so they can roleplay.
And it's because I care about you that I'm concerned about you coming with me. There is no way I can predict what will happen when I return to my family's home.
And then if you fall, I will be by your side. I will not stand here and wait for you to die and know nothing about what happened to you.
If I fall, promise me you will do your best to get away.
She doesn't really say anything, she just kind of nods.
About that time, Gundar catches up to you.
So he catches up just in time to see a kiss on her cheek. Yes! As we continue on.
So who all's going back to the house?
It's the three of us.
Okay.
I don't know let him go solo.
Alright, so you get through, you
I
work your
definitely
way
can't let them go duo.
back through town.
I will tell Gundar at least the same thing in regards to you do not have to come back with me.
Do I get a kiss too?
No.
No, I'm coming.
Even on my tiptoes, I can't reach your cheek, so I'm sorry.
I'll follow.
You go back to the house.
Just so you know, I'm gonna fall before you do, so.
I doubt it.
There's no guards on the gate, and the gate is open.
Interesting.
Now, step one's complete.
Walk through.
Okay. You start making your way up the.
Oh no, the music changed.
You start making your way up
That's not good.
up the walk towards the front door.
Mhm.
You get to the front door. There's no guards at the front door.
really wanted to play My Heart Will Go On when you guys were talking.
I am like in ready to fight mode.
Okay.
Nothing strong, but I open the door and
Okay.
go in.
All right. Well, you walk in. There's Jinzara sitting on a chair. It looks like he's got maybe a newspaper.
I still have his turban on my head.
Oh dear God!
I have.
No,
You
you,
didn't-
do
I
not.
just-
I would have stopped you.
I just realized I've never taken it off.
No.
You didn't take it in the first place because he
Yes,
said
I
it
did.
didn't fit, so you left it.
No, it didn't wear. I couldn't wear it.
No, he left
So-
Oh,
the dress bra part for him.
No. Before that is gone.
Why?
So you walk in.
Yeah.
When you walk in, the door shuts behind you.
Okay.
Did we get in with him? Okay.
Is there any way I can make an attempt to jump at the door? Like through it?
Give me a perception check.
A 1.
No. 11?
11. You stop just in time for the door to not hit you in the face.
I just kind of.
The Jinzara
The door's guarded.
folds his newspaper, sits on the side table. He's got his legs crossed. He looks at you.
Good evening.
Says, Master Doan, you've made it home for the evening.
I have.
I see you brought companions.
Yeah. They are my escort and guard, which is not uncommon.
You are correct. When you are in your home, you can send them away now.
Can they hear? They're gonna hear knocking, like loud knocking.
Before he does that, just put my hand on his arm and I just say, "Listen."
Of course. And I'll turn to open the door to give them instruction.
Okay. What do you think?
Yes. I am home and safe now. You're relieved of your duties. And I close the door.
When he opens it, I'll walk in.
Okay, you're gonna have to walk over me.
So you walk in?
I'll walk in.
Okay.
You are relieved of your duties.
Fine. There's a place for me to sleep on the couch, right?
The Jinzara looks at you and goes, I believe your master has told you to leave.
She's not my master.
I look up into your eye. You have been relieved for the evening. Meet me here tomorrow morning before dawn for our business that we have.
As I walk out, I'm gonna put the turban on my head.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, is it gonna be gone?
I just want to point out that I'm backing up from Gundar at this point.
A 10.
Okay. You put the on your head.
I do flash him in a really horrible look as I'm
You gotta
backing
get
away
him
from him.
So the door shuts behind you. You're in the foyer
Yes.
with the Jinzara. What are you guys doing?
After he said that, she's pretty sure she's not getting in, so I'm just gonna walk off to the tavern.
I'll go back. I'm gonna play my loot on the way back.
I'm not exactly
Plus
gonna
it's fine.
bust down the door.
You get about halfway across the lawn, and they both of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yay!
Oh, nice.
22.
14.
Gundar's gonna kill me in the yard.
Wow, math hard. That's
You suck, Gundar. You suck.
Really? Seriously? Determined? Seriously?
Jeez. So, what'd you roll?
A 20, and then I add 2, so 22.
14.
14. You pass, so you take half. It's 39 points of psychic damage. So you take full. You fail.
Holy crap.
All this
All
psychic
right.
damage.
You damn turban.
Well, you weren't raging anyway, so it didn't matter.
I know, but
I
still,
don't have very much health. Okay.
You passed.
So you took 19.
I took 19. Oh,
Yeah, you
sorry.
took half. Yeah, because you passed.
I thought that was half.
No,
I
39.
did too.
I was like, oh god.
39 was the full damage. 39
Yeah,
was the full damage.
yeah.
You see two swirls of mist in front of you, and it's two Jinzara. And one of them walks up to Gundar, and you see as he's walking, he's actually walking like at a plane to the ground, like he's walking on the air. And he just walks up and he takes the turban and he pulls it off. He says, "I believe that is mine." And he just stuffs it in a pouch on his belt. He says, "Now, your master has bid you to leave. Leave."
I believe that's what we were doing.
Is it now?
Do you not see me walking to the exit?
He just steps out of your way.
I'll be back for that.
Is it just like psychic damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wondered.
You got shot in the brain.
Yeah. She doesn't do shit. She tries to like avert eyes and keep walking.
You know, you just like basically you felt like something, like almost if you could imagine a
The worst migraine ever.
yeah, basically yeah, like just a terrible nightmare appeared in front of your eyes. For you, it was pretty brief. For you, it lasted for 3 or 4 seconds.
As I walk past, I'm gonna dead eye him the entire time. I'm gonna be back for that, and I'll keep walking.
Okay.
Hold on to it for me.
I put the guy inside the doorway because, of course, I have no idea of all this.
Before you go there, does a 22 hit your armor class?
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah. Someone's gonna leave your ass in the dirt.
You take. I'm gonna bring them up. I don't have them open because I didn't expect that to do anything with them.
Was that a surprise attack?
Really? You didn't?
Huh?
You didn't
Surprise
expect to have to
attack?
do anything on it?
Well, because if it's a
But
surprise
he's
attack
not
and we're
getting-
going to initiative, then I
he's-
can't be surprised.
He's not getting. You're not raging.
No, if that's my first action I have to take if we go into initiative round.
If you choose to not be surprised.
If I choose to not be surprised,
Okay.
will be the range.
Okay. I mean, it's not. He's not taking sneak attack, so. But yeah, so 5 points of piercing damage, and 17 points of poison damage.
How much?
17 poison.
He stabs him.
There are things that are beyond you.
Give me a perception check.
See if you see him die.
You did see the other 8 coming.
22.
Yeah, Gundar's just a little bit ahead of you, and you you barely see imagine when the flash moves, you see this thing, and you just see Gundar just start to pour blood, and then this green ichor coming out where the wound went in, and then the figure just moves on around.
I want to get up to Gundar and where he gets cut, I'm gonna put my hand over it and cure wounds him.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna in his ear be know when you are beaten and push him towards this direction.
So
Leave.
roll your cure wound.
Can I cast it at higher level?
I'm just gonna die by just talking shit on the way out.
You're gonna get me killed too. Yeah, I also add you're gonna get us both killed.
I can't do that to
You can
Vin.
cast it at second level.
Okay,
I
so I
can't
roll.
do that to Vin. I can't get.
You can cast it
Kill.
at third
Better
level if you
not.
want.
Hey, she's like the little sister of the group.
1,
Okay.
2 health for you. That's all you get from me.
That's how much she wanted to heal you.
You add your.
Yeah, you add your
Do
wisdom.
I?
So
Okay.
that's plus 2.
Just
so
one time?
4.
Yeah.
So 4.
Alright, 4.
Woo! Minimum heal.
Because I'm pissy.
It actually fits thematically.
Right? So when
It
she
does.
says it, she does sort of grit it through her teeth. She's like, no, when you were beaten.
That's kind of like
Man
getting your finger
thing.
in.
Right?
And as you walk through the gate, you see there's 2 Jinzara standing on the gate.
She tries to completely avert gaze and
Okay.
just,
As you walk right, say, "Good evening to you both."
she does a slight bow.
Oh God.
Do I see him look like he's gonna do anything?
Give me a perception check.
Just
I swear to God, I'll run away from
Hey,
him.
my
not there.
flaw
Damn it.
is my pride will probably lead
19.
to my destruction.
It probably will.
Huh?
That is a flaw that I
19.
have.
Whatever he's about to do, you will see it. Yeah.
Yeah. About to talk some more shit. So I mean, are you gonna?
Yeah.
You just keep walking.
If he opens his mouth to say anything, I just I dash away.
Okay. One of the Jazara walks up to you and he offers his honor. Says, "Can I escort you home?"
She says, "Okay, thank you. That would be lovely."
Before I dash the fuck out.
Get the fuck out.
Moving
I'm
faster
telling
than
Ben
one of
that
those
one.
arrows.
He will understand.
Get that right.
He'll be like, smart play.
So what are you doing?
I'm not gonna think of what I was gonna say. I got all distracted by what she was doing.
Probably because she turned around and gave you a nasty look.
I'll just keep walking.
Okay.
So I won't say anything, so we'll just walk together. So I don't have to tell Ben anything.
Alright. Where do you guys go back to?
The tavern. Does he just escort her off the property, I guess?
No, he'll go with you until
Okay.
he gets you wherever you're going. Or until you tell him not to.
Yeah, because I'm not.
Well, when they get, I guess, within range of the tavern, she'll just, this is me.
Okay. He just kind of bows his head and give me a perception check.
You led him to where we are.
Sorry. They already know where we are.
Huh?
Right?
I was trying
23.
to not do it, but
23? Yeah, you see as soon as he turns on his heel and walks and basically just becomes a mist and flies away.
this guy said like girls.
I just look at you and I go, and I walk inside.
Alright.
And you're pretty sure you hear me cuss at you in Underdark as I'm going inside.
It's fine with me. This guy
So
said like
inside
girls.
the door,
Mm-hmm.
unaware of all of this.
Yep.
Glad to see you here. I was afraid the house had been left unguarded.
Well, with threats to the family neutralized, our mistress has seen
I
it
will stop you though,
less necessary to have so many guards on
because
the
I
house.
actually have something to tell you. If you listen.
Understandable.
Don't talk to the back of your head.
Of course, I've been gone a while, but in my experience, when certain threats are eliminated, others arise. Perhaps it would be wise to at least have guards at the gate.
Well.
But that is something you can take up with the mistress. I am not going to.
Do not think the house is
Concern
unguarded
yourself.
just because your eyes do not see it.
I accept that. And I thank you.
I believe the Lady Marion requested your presence. She seemed to have been missing you.
Yes, I had business to take care of. Having been gone for 8 years and the Dorn estate not being properly looked after, I felt that I needed to reassert certain business acquaintances.
Very well.
Would you mind informing her that I will be up shortly? I need to take care of a few other business matters in the study, and I will be upstairs soon.
Very well. And he stands up, walks away.
And I'll head to the study.
Okay.
At which point I will take the gold that my party members were kind enough to entrust me with and put it in the family safe.
Okay.
And I will enter a few false entries of various business dealings and quantities and amounts procured from that sums up to the amount of the gold
Okay.
in a journal. And then relax and get a book and have a drink and sit and read for a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, a butler comes in at some point and says, Master Dorn, it's very nice to have you in the house again.
It's good to be back.
And he brings you, whiskey and
Yeah.
everything. But, yeah.
And I'll just sip on that and read for a little bit. And after maybe about an hour or so, I'll head upstairs.
Okay. Okay. So you head upstairs. Where are you going?
I will go to the private chambers to say hello to my wife.
Okay. You walk in and she is sitting at a desk. She's got a book. Looks like she's reading. But there's like 2 other books that are open as well.
I'll sit down and kind of glance at those 2 books and see if I can see anything that's on this.
Give me a perception check.
That I'm not too good at. But with a crit roll, it's a 21.
Okay. It's
Crit roll. Only 21.
so it's
Perception's not my thing.
it's kind of because they're like just open to the middle of the book.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to
Sure,
kind of
sure.
tell. But you do notice one very, very strange thing.
Okay.
When she turns the page of the book that's in front of her, all 3 books turn pages.
Interesting.
But they're not the same book.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
And she sort of looks back and she says, "Ah, my dear, you've been gone since you returned."
Yes, unfortunately my father and uncle had allowed the family's businesses and contacts to fall into all states of disrepair. I have spent the majority of the past several days reasserting certain authorities in some areas.
Because I had been trying to make those contacts again that your uncle had let lapse, but I was never really able to. Perhaps not being a true Dorn, I was not respected.
You know, sometimes it is the face as much as the name.
Perhaps. Just so, I am glad that you are here, though.
Yes, of course I will need to leave early tomorrow for business as well, but
Of course.
I received your message, and I pulled it out, kept it with me, and felt that even though there was more business that needed to be attended to, that you were correct, that I did need to return home and that at least let you know that I am well and that things are progressing as we had hoped.
No, that is excellent. I'm so glad to hear that our family will be on the rise again.
So, with curiosity, how far do you think our family can rise?
Well, now that you're back, I don't see why we couldn't be the most powerful family in Magnamore.
Oh, I kind of looked disappointed. I had thought by your comment our first night that perhaps we could extend beyond Magnar.
She sort of thinks for a second. Says, "It is possible, but we must start somewhere."
Of course. You have been in touch with the political gears of the city much more recently than I do.
Yes.
I will, of course, seek your counsel on a regular basis with regards to the ruling body of Magnamore.
I would appreciate that. She looks. She says, "So, have you have you made any plans for the council meeting?"
Nothing specific yet. I've not gotten to the areas of the dealings with the other families other than trying to determine who may be willing to back us and who may not. I believe there are a few that we can count on and some that may be, as you would expect, less willing to support our agendas.
So it looks as if you intend to return to your previous trade, it doesn't matter who backs us. Everyone needs an assassin.
Well, that's true. And while it's profitable, I'm not sure that just being the assassins for the council will legitimize us enough to expand our power base. Because as the assassins, while everybody needs you, nobody trusts you.
She just looks at you and almost gets this like devilish gleam in her eye. She says, "There's no need for legitimacy, my dear.
Even if we're not going to extend beyond Magnamore?
Believe me. I've made certain contacts. We will rule the way we wish. the way we choose.
Are these local contacts?
Not all of them.
Is there any that you can share with me at the moment? I fully understand the aspect of confidentiality with regards to some business dealings, but if there are, it will be helpful for me to know as I sit on the council.
Should you just... In time, you will meet them. But for now, worry about the local business first. When it's time to expand, I'll let you know.
It sounds appropriate. Well, I will leave you to your reading.
He says, well, I was actually planning to turn in for the evening. I was waiting for you to get home.
Well, don't let me stop you. I have a little bit of additional business to attend to.
It's very well. She gets up and starts to walk away.
Okay.
I need a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Let's say 15.
Oh, you didn't even get close to figuring out her DC. She just sort of looks at you, and right as you're about to turn away, and she catches your eye, she says, join me. And she starts to head towards the bed.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you don't have any choice. You
Then obviously
feel
that's what I do.
you feel compelled to no, you don't even realize that it's a spell. You just
It's the right thing to do.
yeah.
Gotcha.
It's the right thing to do. And she gets in the bed. You get in the bed with her. And she doesn't, she just lays down.
It's okay.
And, you kind of lay down.
When we get hit.
I'm not there, bro.
And,
Looking in the window, I see it.
I see that. Who's dying?
so I'm going to assume that, like in the instance of all that happening, you took off your armor and everything.
Right, sure.
Yeah, so you're just in, your underclothes, basically.
Yeah.
So right as you're about to drift to sleep, you feel her hand on your shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
but it's cold.
Okay.
And then it's a good thing that you don't have any armor on, because you don't have an AC. You feel you've been stabbed a lot. in the course of your adventures, and but you feel this hand on your shoulder coming from behind, like you're laying on your side, and strangely enough, you're the little spoon right now, and she's you feel this hand on your shoulder, and but it's cold, almost like a reptile skin, and you feel this what has to be a dagger just sink in right above your clavicle and push down, and how it hasn't penetrated into your lung yet, you don't know. And she says, don't think that I don't know that you know who I am, Venarius. But it's fine. You will continue to act the part, as will I. And if you don't, and she pushes it in further, and you're pretty sure she punctures your lung, because you start gasping.
Yeah.
And she says, this will only be the beginning. Play your part. Be my pawn. And we will rule this world. The White City, the Ruby Queen, they will not stand before us. And you feel this dagger come out, and you look, and it's a dragon's claw. You probably assumed that.
Right.
But as she pulls it out, it's impossibly long. It couldn't have been. No, it can't still be. No, it couldn't be a 2-foot long claw. That's not possible. She kisses you on the neck, rolls over, and goes to sleep.
When she pulls it out, I say, of course I know who you are. You offer power. That's why I'm here.
Give me a deception check.
26.
Ooh. Versus her insight.
Deception, I'm good at.
What'd you say, 26? Okay.
This is gonna be good.
All right, so you wake up the next morning, and you, just as you roll over, you see the naked backside of her walking out the door.
In human form?
Yep.
That was a good one.
But you do notice there's a... Smoke's not the right word, but it's the best way to describe it. Almost like it's coming off of her skin. And as soon as it gets maybe a quarter inch away, it evaporates. You know, if you think like about like those like diffusers that people have in their house that they do the oils with, you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. How it just it's like it's there and then it's gone. It sort of looks like that, but it's very small. Okay. Like it trails behind her off of her skin.
I check my shoulder.
Yeah, right. There's a big giant hole there.
God.
It hurts.
Yeah. I get up.
You just slept with that thing?
Get dressed. I literally just slept with the thing.
No, man, like with the hole in your...
He slept with the dragon.
Yes. Yep.
How much damage did I take?
22.
I do want to say something before the night is over.
Okay.
If she's willing to listen.
She's walking away from me. Like she's pretty pissed.
I'm gonna say, hey.
She ignores you. She's fine.
It's fine. I had actually literally something important to say for once. Oh well.
How are we supposed to know that?
The third time?
Cry wolf.
I'll say hey a third time.
I just stop, but I don't look at you.
I'll walk up and be like, yeah, we're gonna need some help.
Okay, so
this is coming from me.
I get up and I bind it as best I can. Kind of.
Okay. Actually, as you are getting up, there, it looks like the face looks like a Jinzara, but he doesn't. He's not in the traditional get up you've seen him in. He comes and he says, "Oh, she said that you had injured yourself. Do you mind if I take a look?"
Yes, I did a little bit. I'll be fine.
He says, "Oh no, I can bind that up for you very quickly."
Of course.
And he's got a
Sticks
little kit, and he pulls out, and he puts like a poultice on it, and it burns, but it like the good kind of burn, you know.
Good kind of burn.
Yeah.
It's less severe than a 2-foot long.
Right. But he says, and he's kind of like poking around in it. And that hurts. And he's like, "Oh, that's deep." And you see he like drops a couple of drops of some kind of a potion or something into it, and it starts to feel better. Like it's that numbing sort of cooling feeling. Then he kind of wraps it up, and the last thing he does, you see his hand sort of glows red, and it burns something fierce. But the skin.
I thought you were helping me.
The skin covers over, so it stops like weeping.
Okay, never mind that last. Thank you. You may leave.
Very well. And he picks up a little kid and walks in.
And I'll get dressed and head out.
Okay. As you do, you get in the main foyer, and you look down. You can see she's sitting in the conservatory. She's got her legs crossed, reading the book.
Morning, Miriam.
I mean, she's pretty far down.
Yeah. No.
The conservatory's
Well, I'll just head out then.
Okay.
So we hit die heal.
Huh?
Hit die heal.
Yeah. Longest.
Did I heal any from him, or do I need to spend hit dice?
Oh yeah. He gave you back. 9.
I pretty much full heal. Cause I get 5 back now. Is it rounded up, right?
No, rounds down.
I thought hit die was the only thing that rounded up.
I think you did say that at one point.
Maybe it does.
Yeah, I thought hit die was the only thing that did in the game that rounded up for.
We can say round up.
Okay.
Don't know me.
I just thought you had said
Yeah,
that.
so-
I might have.
If I spend 5 and I get 5 back, I pretty much will full heal.
So I'll head out to the
Like
gate
28.
to meet them.
Okay.
So it's the next morning?
Mm-hmm.
Can I spend the previous night in the usual fashion?
With the tiefling?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I do want to practice my loot before I go to bed.
You do need to take the.
Nope.
You still have to pay for it.
Okay, yeah. I took the last one out.
Take the gold away.
I will practice
I'm
with
minusing.
the
How much is it?
handpipe.
10.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I
What
wrote
is
down
it?
last
Pan
time.
flute? It's a pan flute.
I'll swing by the office before I leave, and I'll get the gold back out.
So study and conservatory, same room.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, your study's in the conservatory.
Yep, never mind.
It's all gone.
He's gonna practice playing foot before he goes to bed.
Okay.
I practiced my lute. It was not successful.
So just give me a.
You said
Let's see. How do you practice? Let me see what you would do to practice it. Yeah, just performance. No,
But
no,
without the
for
bonus.
you, yeah, just,
Charisma,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, without the bonus. Yeah. Sorry.
Try to learn language.
24.
24. That's one.
What are you trying to learn?
Pan flute.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, that Zilva bought for him.
Oh, so sweet. Because he ripped up the other thing that no one liked.
The next
Yeah,
one.
Pretty much.
Hey, I was told to destroy him by him.
Yeah, so pretty much it's just gonna now be Papageno.
So I'll head to the
Peruvian
gate.
pamphlet
Meet
band.
them.
So you make it back to the inn?
Well,
Are
they were supposed to meet me at the gate.
Okay. Did y'all go
Oh.
meet him at the gate?
Were we?
Well,
Fine.
those two were.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I was about to
yeah.
say.
This is where the
If they didn't
ceremony
remember,
is
I
on.
head to
Yeah.
Roxy's.
Okay.
I
Can I-
met him at the gate.
We'll say that you're at the gate. Sure.
Are they there?
The entire time we're there, or the walk over there, I don't talk to you in common at all. It's all in Underdark, and it's all nasty.
But he can't tell that
Nope.
because it's just.
I'm pretty sure.
Like pretty sure it sounds like Klingon.
I'm pretty sure I can understand. I'll be like, you can't show them weakness even if it hurt like a son of a bitch.
She doesn't even look at him. She's just like the entire time, just under her breath.
So I come out. Oh, good, you two are safe. Everything went well last night after.
Yeah.
I give him the nastiest look, and I just shake my head at Vin.
You were you, weren't you? And I go, no wonder. Okay.
I didn't cause that. Get out of here. That was your own fault.
I will let Gunder off the hook. That was nice.
Oh, no, I don't. But Finn's not going to know that.
Everything else, Gundar's fault.
Yes.
We were
I will admit what's mine. That's now mine.
That
we
was
were
happening.
literally escorted to the tavern.
Here's the thing. I realize it's not.
I know. Ingate, I know.
Vin does not.
Alright, so you guys want to do?
So,
She tells you that they were escorted to the tavern, and then she just
Are you guys walking back at this point, or are you?
yeah.
I'll
We're
just-
just walking back.
get beside him and start walking.
So that was your night.
Long, painful.
Get lucky.
She did.
She's a dragon.
So yes.
I just kind of pull aside to show the wrapping.
Man, you like it kinky.
Oh, dear God.
That's why you're into the. Oh, now it makes sense.
I absolutely elbow him right in the face.
Is there a mobile?
You can't reach
Is
unless
there a
you
mobile
jump.
silence
She's like
spell?
6 feet tall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before he gets the word drow out,
You
she
need to
just
figure out
like.
what that spell was that
You would
silenced
have to
your
jump for
mouth
it.
that one time.
I do.
Yeah.
Roll it. Probably with disadvantage because you have to jump
Maybe-
through it.
What do I add?
Suggestion.
Do I add
I
anything
can
to
make
it, or is
sure.
it
I
just
could
a
try
roll?
to have him not say a word
It'll
the
be
entire
straight
trip.
Whatever.
Strict mod.
Nope.
Lord.
Yeah. You don't really. You're not able to get over
She
there.
attempts it,
just-
and then continues to
just
curse
walk.
at you in Underdark.
Just walk. 5 feet ahead. Guard me. Go.
Hey Wes, side question. Is there a way for Zeke to like reverse engineer the spell that caused his mouth to just like silent? You know, the like multiple times that it's been cast on him?
It's only been cast once.
No.
It's
the
been, like-
devil did it to you too.
yeah.
Oh yeah, she did, didn't
Yeah,
she?
yeah. At this point, he should be able to figure it out, right?
No.
Dang. That's
Don't worry,
Hey,
next level.
twice is a coincidence. 3 times.
But I mean,
is
you don't even need an Arcana check to know that it's a silent spell.
It's just a silent spell.
Yeah, but I want a mobile silence spell, like on someone's mouth. Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Silence is like a 20-foot area.
Well, since I'm ahead, I'm gonna
so you want
practice
one
looting.
that like he got his tongue
You can't
off
practice
of his
it.
mouth.
Like practice. It's not like, oh, let me strum for 5 minutes. Like practicing it down for like an extended period of time.
I walked through town when I'm playing it.
Yeah. Okay. Remember how I said he can either choose to carouse or it's like 8 hours.
It's like hours spent practicing.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna play it.
Okay.
Are you doing that in front of us?
Yes.
You know, I learned Infernal by or Abyssal. Which one did I learn? Abyssal by
12.
banging somebody that already knew
It's
it.
true.
Yeah.
So
True.
I mean, you know,
I wrote it 12 on my
Okay.
performance
it
check.
can happen.
You did have no issues.
Well, there were issues. And I just sort of look at Gundar and I say, this fool will get us all killed.
Fool. Those shots are coming
Actually,
out.
give me a perception check.
It also protects your ass.
15.
15. Gundar's normally gray skin looks a little pallid.
What did he do?
Like it's hard to tell because he's gray, but it's not
Yeah,
the same
yeah.
normal gray. That
He tried to put on the turban.
No, I put on the turban.
Did he get it all the way on? I thought he got it like halfway.
yeah, you got it on. You
You
guys
gotta
like
take it
walk
off.
halfway down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
drive
that
before
was
they
my,
did anything about it.
Does he still have that damn turban?
Oh, no. They retrieved it.
Okay, good.
But then they cut him as well.
Well, he deserved it. Did they harm you?
Yes, actually. But it's fine now.
The bastards.
Yeah.
I'd ask you which one, but they all look alike.
I just, like, and she just says something in Underdark.
I can't hear you. I'm playing the lute.
I do kind of lean in really close to Vin and I whisper, I will kill him myself.
I will help you.
We've known each other for over
You
2
did
years.
amazing.
I'm just telling him his backstory.
You do foolish crap like that? I will help her.
That's messed up.
Especially after I told you not to.
Oh my character. For 2 years.
No.
You known her for maybe what, a month and a half?
She got something you don't.
Yeah, but she looks a hell of a lot better than you do.
I was thinking it, but I was like,
Oh, Jeebus. All right, so what do you guys want to do?
Alright, so we get to the end to meet up with everybody else.
I'm having breakfast.
Breakfast sounds good. I haven't eaten.
Yeah, Roxy brings out a pretty decent breakfast. It's like a breakfast casserole kind of thing. Sausage and eggs and cheese and
yes.
bread, all
Dig
in
in.
one pot.
I'll wink at her.
All in one pot. Nice.
She just sort of looks at you like,
I'm telling you, Roxy.
Gundar's finally gonna order alcohol.
okay. What do you order?
The strongest thing she's got.
Okay.
Now he's
She
going to be
brings you over-
drunk during combat.
And I go,
She brings you over a highball glass. And it's got like a green looking liquid in it. And there's little puffs of smoke and tendrils of smoke coming off of it.
She goes to his money.
So now it's just
I don't even
$5
touch
gold.
that stuff.
Okay.
He won't either after this.
She takes the gold, pockets it.
I'll down it. See what happens.
What's
You
it
down
called?
at one?
What's it called?
Huh?
What's it called?
I don't know yet. I haven't thought about
I just figured that Franklin and I would know what the drink was called.
Yeah, no, you do. You name it.
Yeah. Oh God, name it.
Roxy's poison.
I'm gonna pull your campaign on you.
yeah.
Where it has you name everything.
Like all the buildings and everything.
Oh.
just call it Dragon's Blood.
There you go. Dragon's blood.
Okay.
Dragon's blood.
So you just down in one.
Yeah.
I like that.
Alright.
It's green.
It burns. Have you ever like if you could imagine?
Well, this is a guy that's never had alcohol before.
I know. So, but if you could imagine NyQuil, like green NyQuil, but mixed with like 151. Like it burns like that, but it doesn't taste like that, but it burns like that. It does kind of taste like green NyQuil.
So, like, 0 tolerance, and that's the drink you pick.
Yeah. Vin just kind of leans over the table and is watching down.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
That's okay.
I actually lean in. You should order 3 more of those.
You paying?
No.
Jesus.
You should not.
You just
I did.
What is that? There's a save though, right?
18.
Yeah, that's a wisdom.
Oh god.
It's a ridiculous wisdom.
Oh no.
So,
Do I know suggest afterwards?
no.
Really?
Nope.
No, so Friends is like the only spell where you know what happened after when it's over.
Okay.
I mean, you can make an Arcana check.
Yeah, sure, why not? If I find out, I'm gonna kill you for making me spend 15 gold. No, I didn't.
You just like you drink it and you're like, oh! And as soon as he does that, you're like, yeah, I should.
And I'm like,
And so she brings up
wait,
more.
that was dragon's blood, right?
Don't we have to be somewhere in the next week?
We have to be somewhere today.
I just
None of
want
us
one.
know that you cast this either. Like, we have no idea.
Well, I have no idea.
You can make a perception check.
Or Arcana. Or
I'm probably like 100% sure what you just did.
15.
I'm
Make a
clueless.
sleight of hand check.
Do you have... Okay.
The suggestion have a somatic component,
I'm sure.
or is it just verbal?
It'd be hilarious if it's just verbal.
It's not gonna...
Verbal. Nope, it's just verbal. Material.
It's just verbal. Okay. What's the material?
Snake's tongue and honeycomb.
Oh yeah, so you just got that in your. You didn't have to pull it out. Yeah.
Under the table, he just pulls
Well, no,
it
he's
out.
just got spellcasting focus. He doesn't even have to worry about it.
Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, you give an Arcana check, but you have to roll really, really high.
I rolled a
I
22.
get a plus
You-
1.
you
We'll
know.
see.
I figured I knew.
Nope.
No. Okay.
7.
I'm not even rolling because Finn doesn't know anything about that stuff.
Yeah, so you take the.
Is it harmful to myself? Is it a harmful act?
No.
It's not going to
It's
kill
drinking
you.
alcohol.
Well, my character's never had it.
It's not actually going to cause harm to you.
Yeah.
You just told me to order 3 more, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he said you should have 3 more. Of those.
More.
So I will have the 3 more, and then the spell will break.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
Yeah. Okay.
it
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
All right. So 3 of them, like so 4 of these back to back.
Yeah.
No. I mean, does he say I have to drink them or is just have them? Like, I acquired them. Does the spell end at that?
Would
Well, you're not going to get the third one until you drink the second
No,
one.
she ordered. I ordered all
that
3.
money and then not drink them though. And you
My
didn't know the word
character's
for portal.
not gonna
You would
drink.
assume have would mean.
I mean, that's going to be up to the GM.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
You were
like,
suggested to have 3 more, and you thought it was a great idea.
that's all I was wondering.
I would say that you'd have to drink them.
Okay.
So.
Or the effects of alcohol poisoning.
Well, you're not gonna get alcohol poisoning.
I'm not sure that's
Well, I
the
mean,
poison
drunk.
you have
Okay,
to worry
drunk.
about.
I'm getting alcohol
Right.
for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So what I need you to do is after the first one
I don't
is
know,
okay. After the
You know
second
we
one,
have
I
to
need you
be
to give me a
somewhere today,
Constitution
right?
saving throw.
It was funny.
That doesn't look good.
Oh. 12.
12. Okay. You feel a little woozy, but you're okay. After the third one, I need you to give me another Constitution saving throw.
18.
18. Okay. And fourth one.
Oh!
That one fails. 10.
Oh yeah, that fails real bad.
It's about in the
So,
order of the.
you currently for the next. It's 4.
Hey,
of
just
them.
remember, when we all die because the tank can't do
Yeah, we got 8
anything,
hours. We're good.
Yeah, I mean,
For the next,
it's going to wear off in 8
For the
hours.
We
next
have a
4 hours, you have the poison.
what is the poison?
Disadvantage on
Disadvantage on
spell
ability
rolls.
checks and attack rolls.
Oh, okay.
Should really take it easy there, Gundar.
I'm like,
What happens if I order 2 more?
I should take gold.
Okay.
4
Well,
of those.
what is the conditions like?
You remember
How many more can I
Infinity?
physically take
The
before
other
my
Roxy,
character dies?
what's the record on Dragon's Blood?
She's like,
That survived.
that survived? Do you remember the old Wint boy? He did
Yeah.
like 10 in a night.
I want 7 more.
No!
Oh, God!
No, this has already started this train.
Without brain damage.
Without passed out drunk.
Passed out drunk? 7 or 8?
I would like to order 7 more.
She kind of comes around and is like, give me just a straight dexterity check. She's basically giving you a drug test right now.
Oh no, that would fail.
You have disadvantage.
I rolled a 3.
Okay. So
See if you roll a 1.
Roll that one. Oh.
That was a 19.
Here's a 3.
So she kind of looks at you and she goes, and like she's like, stand up for me, sweetheart. And you stand up and you're like, you look like those leprechauns from the game last night with the weird disconnected bodies. And yeah, and she's like, sit down, honey. I'll bring you another one.
How about for 50 gold to have 7 more?
Did you take all of his gold?
Gundar.
She looks at you and she says, sweetheart, do you know how much money we make here?
I left
She's like,
him like 100.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
Should have taken it all.
She says, I'll bring you another one, just sit down.
Gundar. I've never seen you drink before.
Well, I mean, at this point, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I just want to drink more. Because, I mean, he's already started the train.
I didn't start.
And it was a good idea, so I'm just rolling with it. I want more.
Gundar, I've never seen you drink before.
No, I think there's only 2 people here that don't know that you just have a problem at this point.
The fact.
No, there's only one person
Instant
at this
alcoholic.
table that knows I haven't drank my entire life.
The fact that you just consumed 4 of those. Not having had anything to drink before. I'm impressed. You don't need to impress me any further.
I need one more.
You really don't.
No, actually, I can pay for 2 more.
It's not a matter of what you can pay for.
We actually need to
You
go
have
on the road.
upheld your honor. We need to be on our way.
It's already
So
an hour
she,
past
Bring me
dawn.
my last one.
She brings you one more.
I'll take it.
All right.
I'm not getting in his way.
Charisma or Constitution?
Do you drink it?
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
Green water.
15.
Yeah, that one burned pretty bad too.
Do I need another Constitution saving?
No.
Why not?
You're
'Cause
already
she-
poisoned.
She brought you a dud, but you didn't realize it.
Carbonated.
You had a disadvantage on that check, by the way. I mean, the 15 didn't pass, but it could have gotten worse.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you think it was a 1.
No, okay.
She slides you the 5 gold that he gave her,
Okay.
since it wasn't a real one.
I get it. I go. Thank you.
Just been running this business long enough to know when somebody's about to be passing out drunk.
Yes.
It's
You
more
have-
so,
At 7.
do you see how big his belly is? I don't want to clean up that much vomit.
I suggest we be off.
I suggest we be off as well.
You suggest we be off?
I would advise so.
Uh-huh.
I'll grab a couple of slices of bread and slap it in the bacon and carry that with me to eat on the way.
She, as you're leaving, Rex says, where are you guys heading today? Got something big to do?
Upstairs.
East Tower. That was right.
Yeah.
Great.
I don't know if there's another
The old
big name
Dusk
for it.
Fathom Tower?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I,
She says, you got horses?
we can get them.
I didn't hear what you said, sorry.
We can get them.
She says, yeah, you might want to. It gets pretty rough out there. Just be safe. All of you.
Of course.
I'm gonna go upstairs and sleep it off.
No, I get more done. Just leave them.
So you're going to sleep it off?
I'll sleep it
Okay.
I'm not arguing.
I'm
We're,
drunk.
we're leaving Gundar.
I will attempt to make my way to the door. I don't make it to the door.
That's one less horse. Well, that probably saves the horse in more than one leg.
I mean, hey, if I'm just gonna get punished to make the drink 3 more, we're gonna see what happens to the party with that.
Alright.
Alright, so you guys are riding out? And you go.
Yeah, we will go procure horses.
Yeah, there's a
I'll sign for it in the door name.
Yeah, there's a stable not too far away.
And it will return them.
Yeah, the stable says, "Oh yes, just need 5 gold down per horse. You get it back. It's just a deposit."
Yeah, I'll put it down. No problem.
What?
I don't know. You
All
looking
right,
at
so
me?
you guys saddle up and you roll out. They're pretty well trained horses, so you don't really have to worry about making any kind of checks or anything. Yeah, you guys kind of know the way there, and when you get about it's 8 hours on foot. So with horses, like if you actually just can go at a trot or a gallop, if you go at a gallop, you'll be there pretty quickly. Now that would probably require some checks. But if you just go at a trot, it may take half the time.
Yeah.
Trot's fine.
Trot.
Yeah, so you guys are just kind of making your way out. As soon as you get about, I don't know, maybe 2 miles outside of the city, like, it's different than when you leave Theragard. Like, Theragard, there's, like, clearings and everything for miles. Magnamar is, like, it's pretty tight. Like, the wilderness is right there. And you guys, as soon as you get, like I said, a couple miles out, you're in the thick of it. It's pretty bad. But eventually, you make your way. You don't come across anything. You do like see like packs of dogs, like wild dogs and things. But like on your horses, they don't seem to bother you. Like a couple of dogs do kind of come and get maybe within 50 feet or so of you. And like the horses are pretty big, sturdy, like draft horses almost, and they're able to. They kind of scare them away. But eventually, you see this. It's not what you remember it from when you were younger and when you lived here before. What was once probably a 7,500 foot tower that at the top had lots of aerials on it has all crumbled. And there's one side of it that just goes straight up that's still there, almost to the full height, but the rest of it is just pretty much probably maybe 30 feet of it are intact, and then above that it's just this like sliced tooth almost going up into the
And that was not the same last time we saw it.
Yeah, and it's probably been 10 years since you've even thought about coming out here, at least.
So, what are we looking for here?
He said there was a creature here that knew about the shadow. Didn't specify.
So we
He
need
did
to
say-
we need to go into that dilapidated ruins.
He said. He did say she.
Look at it hurt.
All right, we'll secure the horses,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
I'll head in.
Okay. Yeah, you come in, you go in, and there's a big front stone archway. And there's a door, but it's like rotted wood, and that just kind of hanging on the hinges. You can just push it right open and walk in. When you do, you realize that, it's just outer walls that are left. Most of it is collapsed. But the one thing
Certainly not how I remember it.
The one thing that you
It's been a while.
that you see, there's a couple of things you see first of all that are your passive perceptions will get this. You do see a couple of trap doors in the floor that look like they could be maybe go down. And then aside from that, everyone give me a perception check.
Nope.
14.
15.
18.
8. What do
18.
I fall in?
18. You notice that when you look at the stones, like the outer stones, right? Where it's been where it's broken, it's clean, almost if it had been slashed by something.
Wow.
As opposed to just dilapidated and crumbled. And you can see that those where that slash is in the stone across the tower, there's these little tendrils of what almost looks like smoke that come out and then dissipate.
He did say danger, right? Look at this. I'm going to point at it. That's not...
Looks like shadow to me.
Is
It's
it?
not normal.
If he points it out, does it remind me of like the creature that I saw in like our room? Does it look like that?
No.
Okay.
This is more smoke-like. That was just like an absence of light, just black.
So what's
Okay.
your take on it?
Would I know anything in the world that could cause that? Or the other worlds. Any world.
No, but you can make. It's easy enough to put 2 and 2 together to see that this is what Caspian was talking about.
Okay.
That this is. You're pretty sure, like with that perception check and noticing that the stuff, like, because what it looks like is, you see those videos on YouTube where they take like the katana and they slice the watermelon,
Right.
and it's just clean.
It's like a shadow.
It looks like a giant knife just cut this building in half. And the rest of it is, there's not rubble on the ground, there's not rubble inside, it's just gone.
Well, there's either a 7,500-foot giant that's cutting up towers, or someone's messing with some dark magic.
Well, we know someone's messing with some dark magic. I'll walk up to one of the trapdoors and go to open it, kind of rub my shoulder there. We may need to reconsider, and then I'll open the back door.
Okay. The first one that you open is just looks like it's a shaft. It just goes down.
Any ladder or anything?
In the darkness.
Here, let's check the others first before we go down here.
You check a couple more and eventually find one that does have a staircase. It actually opens into stairs that go down.
Put my goggles on and start heading down.
Okay.
Can I cast light into the one that's just like...
You have to cast light on this object.
Right.
So you could cast it
on
onto
a
the
pebble and just
you
throw
can
it
do that.
down? I want to do that.
I can't remember if the object that you cast a light on gets further than a certain distance away from you to go out. It probably doesn't say.
I don't think it goes out. It's just the light only extends from
Yeah.
20 feet bright and then 20 feet dim.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, it falls and you see. I mean, you can see where it comes to rest. You estimate it's probably 150, 200 feet down.
Oh,
It's hard to tell.
just a little light blip down there.
It only ends if you cast it again or dismisses an action.
Yep.
Okay.
Can I look in there? I have like 120 feet of dark vision. Do I like see it end or?
Well, so the pebble goes further than your dark vision.
Okay.
But what you can see, like on the sides of the shaft that's going down, you do see like inlets. Maybe one that's maybe 80 feet down, and you can just barely make out one that's right around the edge of your dark vision, like little doors that are cut into the dirt or stone. You're not sure.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to begin going down using stealth.
Okay, give me a stealth check. Is everyone else going down the stairs?
Oh.
I will.
Yeah.
All right, so
Eventually.
I do like point out to like both of them like what I see.
okay.
Right, I've got a 28 stealth.
All right. So you okay?
I'm
Anyone
letting
else?
him go ahead.
And then
So you're letting him go ahead a good
a little
maybe
ways.
a landing or so of stairs
Probably.
because they do kind of turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was probably staring at the light.
All right, so everyone else should go and give me
By the
stealth
time
checks.
you're doing all the casting to drop it, I'm actually already heading down.
Yeah, so
13.
8.
Do advantage on
19.
stealth checks.
I have a +8, but I roll like crap.
All right, so
8.
8,
13.
13,
19.
19. Okay. Group check's good enough. That you feel, you know. You go down, and the stairs kind of go down, and they circle for a while, like the standard square tower kind of way. And then they branch off, and you go walk through a tunnel for a bit. You start to get the feeling you're probably maybe about 200 feet below the level of the ground.
Okay. I'll keep following the tunnel.
Okay, you come to a corridor, and there's actually what appears to be maybe ever-burning torches, stuck in the walls.
Okay. Are they lit? I'm
Yeah.
lit because they're evergreen. Alright, so I'll pull the goggles up.
Okay.
When we get to have we got to the bottom of the stairs?
Oh yeah, the stairs. Yeah, you get to the bottom of the stairs and you go through a tunnel and more stairs. And,
Okay, but it's not like a whole bunch of different places we could go, right? It's just one.
yeah, there's one route to take so far.
So they're like landings, but nowhere else to go.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
All
Are you
right.
waiting on us down there at the ever-burning torches?
Yeah, might as well because there's light down here.
Yeah, so everyone sort of makes it You get down and you're in the hallway here.
Here.
I said I'm probably
I'll
last.
move forward.
Okay. There's a down portcullis.
Any mechanism for opening it?
Not that you can see on this side.
How
That's
far
what's
is it to
knocking.
get over?
It's a ceiling.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure that would
Investigating.
necessarily be the wisest thing to do.
Probably not.
Are there any mechanisms or anything on this side?
Can I peek like through the bars, or kind of like look to the left and right? See
I
if I see
mean,
anything?
you can try, but it's hard to see. Like the back wall that the portcullis is in line with, it's kind of tough to see because you know the portcullis is in the way. You can't really get your head through it; it's too small.
Right. I guess you can't blind feel with Mage Hand, can you? Like, or do you have to see something to interact with it?
I don't know because I'm assuming that with Mage Hand, like if it hits something, you know that it can't go any further, right?
I don't think it gives any sensory information back.
Does not. Okay.
Oh, it does. I mean,
I could be wrong.
it just says appears at a point. The hand lasts for the duration or until you dismiss it.
Yeah.
It vanishes if it's
Do make
everyone.
me an investigation check. Since you did ask if there was a mechanism, I should have let you roll that there.
18.
18. You don't see a mechanism, but what you do see is in the stonework, you can see the chain, like because some of the stonework is maybe rotted away a little bit or broken away, and you can see the chains that run inside that appear that they would be the lifting mechanism. But you know, you'd have to figure out like how to get in there to move them, or figure out what activates them, one or the other.
I can get you up there. Or did you point it out?
Oh, yeah.
I can get someone up there.
I mean, it's maybe 8 feet high. It's not a very tall ceiling. But I mean, you see the change you're seeing in the vertical, like stone that's next to the portcullis, like in the trails that it runs in,
Ah,
or the guides.
Get me up to it. I might be able to do something.
We just push the rock the rest of the way in? It's starting to rot anyway.
Yeah, but we still need to manipulate the chains to get the portcullis to go up.
Is it like
Obviously, they don't run like behind a
triangle?
wall or anything, right?
can I?
Well, I think
Okay, I
that's
know
what
this is like
he's
a weird
saying,
question, but
then we've got to,
am I like
like,
nimble as an elf to
yes.
like ping up there? Does that make sense?
Maybe you could try. I mean, it looks like what you see there. Minus, there's a roof over the top as well.
and the chains.
Okay.
So the chains go up these walls?
No, like if you look at the portcullis here, he sees the chains like in these stones here.
Okay.
So I'd have to get up there to like mess with the chain, basically.
Get me up there. I think I can take care of it.
You want to stand on my shoulder?
I don't have jump anymore.
Your shoulders?
You did that?
Yeah, my
Drop
shoulders.
that spell?
Yeah, I got rid of jump. I don't have it anymore.
It's such a good spell.
Like I said, about an 8-foot ceiling. It's not
No,
a
we
replace it.
replaced jump.
Stuff.
Jump
Cast
stuff.
levitate.
I don't think it's the spell.
That's not a spell. It's on my loot.
Okay.
So Ben's able to go up and down.
So I will attempt to disable.
Here,
Okay,
check.
so go
I
ahead
don't
with your
know how you
things
use
and
this
see if you can
as
break the chains.
Use like
That's a 26.
26. Yeah, that's enough. You get in there and your thieves will have, or your kit, your thieves.
Yeah, we're using a crowbar with
Yeah,
this.
there's like a miniature, sort of like a crowbar that's designed to torque.
Yeah.
And so you hook it in and you just start turning that chain, and the chain torques, and eventually you hear chop, and you hear the chain snap, and the portcullis actually just falls all the way into the floor.
Sweet.
So like I said, it literally is exactly what you see there.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
You want to get me down?
You can control
you
yourself.
Can control it.
Oh, well, see, I don't know that.
Yeah. just
I know nothing
think-
about magic.
Think about going down.
Burp.
Quick, Charlie.
Burp, Charlie.
Alright, so I go down. I go through the portcullis.
Okay. Left or right?
You lose.
Flip a coin.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, you see hallway that curves away to the right. You see one that curves away to the left too.
Yeah. I'll work my way.
Are there ever burning torches?
Yeah,
all
are
the way
there
down
still
here?
torches? Okay.
Maybe every 50. Oh no, every 2 blocks is 20 feet. Every 20 feet.
Okay.
I'm in the back, but I'll occasionally
getting
like
one of
turn
those
and like
before
look
we
behind
leave.
us.
Okay.
Yeah, those are
Nice.
handy.
What, a torch?
Ever burning
Ever-burning
torch. They don't actually give off heat. Yes. Yeah, we'll work our way around.
Okay. You work your way around through the rounded curve. Yep. And who's in the front?
I think I am.
Okay.
Yep.
I need a dexterity saving throw as
Okay.
you come out of the round.
Okay.
Yep.
That is a 17.
17. That's enough. You step forward and you feel your foot hit the tripwire.
Mhm.
And you're like, oh no! And you step back right as a blade just swings right in front of your face, like the pendulum blade, and it kind of goes for a few back.
I disabled the trap.
I'm not going in front.
Eventually, it just kind of slows down with its.
I'll just kind of reach out and can't stop it.
Yeah. And so now there's like a giant blade in the middle of the hole. Like it covers all the way left and right. You have to crawl under it.
Okay.
Or
Can't step
over
over
it?
it?
I mean, you could try to scramble over it if you wanted to.
Just whichever's easier.
I mean, there's probably a good, you could hands and knees it right under.
Okay, yeah, I'll just scoot under it.
Okay. Yeah, it looked like it was designed to have caught you, and just taken your tongue out off.
Yep.
Yeah, so you guys crawl under it on your hands and knees.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I'll keep going.
Okay, you keep going. And
I'm not going to look for traps because my perception is crap. So,
well, it would be investigation.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
My pass reserve is good, but I ain't going in front.
so you eventually come to where you see there's what appears to be a hallway that goes off to your left, but there's a closed door.
okay. I will check that door for traps.
Okay. Give me an investigation.
That is a whopping 11.
Yeah, you're pretty sure it's not trapped.
Alright, I'll open the door.
It's locked.
I'll try to open the lock.
Okay.
That is a 30.
Wow.
Nice.
That's not enough.
You just like push the door with your finger.
Yeah, like you pull out your lockpicks and I mean,
I don't need those.
like you go to open it and the lock just goes no. It opens. It's just afraid of you. You don't even get them in. And it's like fine.
All the other locks in the place open. They're like, don't touch me either.
You just hear a chorus of little no. And all the locks opening. They're afraid. Yeah, so the door opens, and it opens whichever way it opens.
That's how this one opened.
Yeah, that's why that one's open.
Can we see the big room?
That one just wouldn't stay closed. yeah, you come and you see in front. You do see the stonework down here is worked stone. It's not like cavern or anything. And the floor is cracked and broken. And looking out, you can see. You're not 100% sure. You'd have to get closer to really know. But you're pretty sure that those cracks in the floor might go down a long way.
Oh, like big cracks in the floor.
Yeah.
Holes!
Yeah, holes would be a good way to describe them. Yeah. So.
Huh.
What do you think, Franklin?
I think I don't want to fall down in one of those holes.
From your vantage point where you're coming in, you do see these two large. You see a door opposite, and on either side of the door, but behind the jam, so you wouldn't see them as you walked in. You can see those two. They're two large metal statues.
That's not foreboding in the least. And I stepped into the room.
Okay.
Hope we didn't pick the wrong side.
All right. You can, when you step in, you can see the big sort of demon-looking face in the north wall, and you see two more of the metal statues flanking it.
Okay, I'll go ahead and move toward the middle of the room.
Okay. As you start moving towards the middle of the room, you see that there is what appears to be a staircase that looks like it might go down, but it looks like it's like raised right now. Like it looks like it would be like an attic staircase. You know how they come down.
All right, I'll go over to.
Okay.
I'll follow.
Yeah.
Yeah, see if I can
Very
figure a way to
carefully,
get it
I
to go
follow.
down.
Okay.
What does that door look like? just like that?
Yeah. Pretty much. Maybe not exactly that, but yeah, it's basically a big green sort of face, but not a human, like a very.
And is it a door? Or is it just a face?
It looks like a portal, but it looks like what it looks like is an empty fireplace because it just opens to a wall. Yeah, you would assume that it should be a portal, like of some kind, a door of some kind, but yeah, there's just a wall at the back of it. Exactly what you said.
Kind of want to walk up to it, like just maybe like on the way up there, about 20 feet away. You know, Vin, the Dorn family home could use one of these. It's really nice.
As it chomps down.
Sure. Good idea.
Do you touch the?
Oh no, I'm like 20 feet away. I'm like walking up to it, like, see, look at this. This is really pretty.
Okay, but you haven't touched it yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm kind of like admiring it as I walk up, like, oh, this is really nice.
Okay. You get to the staircase, and it looks like whatever mechanism there, it's jammed. Like it won't push down all the way.
I'll see if I can work it free.
Okay. Just give me a thieves tool check.
Okay.
See if you can oil up the hinges.
30.
30.
It also screams.
No. Plus 12.
Jesus.
You work with it for a while, and more so than like fixing the mechanism because it's just kind of old and broken over. Like some of the springs end up breaking and popping out, but eventually it does and descend. But it looks like it's probably not going to come back up very easy at this point.
Okay. So you think we need to descend?
I'm about to, as he's over there, just punching this lock to death.
Here we go.
Just depends. Oh shoot, I lost it. It's just small. It's prestidigitation. Do I need like it says I can light a small campfire? Does that mean I just like make fire that is like a small campfire, or I have to light a campfire?
You can, but it just won't last very long. If you make a small campfire on fuel, then it will go.
Okay. No.
So if you've got like sticks and twigs and you prestidigitation that, it will turn into a campfire. If you just prestidigitation fire on the ground, it'll burn for like a few seconds and then go out. Because it doesn't have anything to feed.
That's fine. That's all I want to do anyway. I just want to see what it looks like lit up, because it's a fireplace. I just want to...
Like in the thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wall, like all the flames kind of flash against the back wall of it, and the inside of it sort of lights up. And then it goes out.
Do the eyes light up?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh.
Can I see
That's
down the
cool,
stairs?
though. I wanna
I'm
get
just
one of
standing at
these.
the top. I just want to like look at it.
Yeah, you can look down. It's weird. Even with your dark vision, the stairs don't appear to go down very far, like maybe 8 steps, and then it's just black.
There's only darkness down here. But I should be able to see further.
Oh, jeez. I wonder if my
Okay.
familiar...
Here goes down. I'll start going down.
Okay. Familiar even has dark vision.
You walk down the 8 stairs, and when you go to put your foot on the 9th stair, there's nothing there. I need a dexterity saving throw.
And this is where Vin dies.
Right, I was like, if I went with him, can I try to catch if he starts to fall? Or like grab the back of his shirt?
24.
Well, that's plenty. You catch onto the rungs behind you. You're like, there's, and you can't see your foot.
Yeah.
And you're like, there's nothing down here.
So I climb back up. Oh. That's a wild herring.
I'll
A red herring.
take my flask and what was it? Stream. And I'll just say stream and let a gallon of water fall out. Just listening for it.
In the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like down the staircase.
Nothing.
Can I, because I don't know that her dark vision can't see, can I channel through my, what do you call it, familiar? And look through its eyes and see what I see?
Mm-hmm.
And nothing.
So you're gonna fly down the hole?
No, it's a centipede.
Oh, it's a centipede.
It's wrapped around me right now.
Okay, I got you. So it's gonna go down.
I just want to look through its eyes because it has
Like while
dark
it's wrapped
vision.
around you?
Yeah, it has
like
dark
it sees
vision.
your pants.
It can't like look with its head
I mean, it can.
out. That's
Yeah.
what I wanted to do.
Oh, so you wanted to look down the hole?
Yeah, literally
Okay.
just look down the hole.
All right, so it like crawls down your leg.
Because I don't have dark vision,
Right, yeah,
and it's
yeah.
dark down there.
Yeah, so it crawls down your leg and crawls over to the stairs
Right.
I
and
step
starts
on it.
looking. And it sees 8 stairs. It sees 8 stairs and then black.
Okay, I'm gonna come back to my senses.
Okay. Does he crawl back up to you?
Yeah,
Okay, he crawls back up and sits on your shoulder.
wraps around like a necklace.
It's a big centipede. Is it like one of the fuzzy ones?
No, I don't know. It's
It's
a giant centipede.
It's actually just attached as an earring.
It's just a big centipede.
Clamps on.
Yeah.
It's not the monster, a giant centipede.
No,
Because that's like,
not a giant centipede. It's a big centipede.
that's a real big centipede.
Only Franklin would have a centipede.
It's a
That's
whatever
really
it
weird.
was. It turns
I
into
need
a
to-
centipede.
I need to get a giant insect, and then I can get a giant insect on the.
All right, I'm gonna go check out the statues.
Her horse line, or his horse
Start
line.
with these over here.
All right, they're ornate. Look like they're probably bronze, and they've got big tower shield, a halberd or no spear. Sorry, in this hand, ornate armor, helm that has like the thing that's cut out just around the face and the piece that comes down the nose. Big crest.
Stick my hand in the face.
Well, I mean, he's got a face.
Oh, so it's like a statue. It's not
Yeah,
just armor.
Yeah, it's an
Gotcha,
actual
gotcha.
statue.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a face. But yeah, it appears to be ornate plate armor that's on these statues.
Okay.
Does it look
Like imagine like plate on the top and then like the sort of dress with leather on the bottom. Think like a Greek hoplite, like Achilles. You can get Achilles
Gotcha.
from Troy.
I wonder how much one of those helmets will fetch.
So,
Well, I mean, it's a statue. The helmet will not come off.
Oh, I thought there was real armor on a statue.
It is
it's
a bronze statue.
that's, I had the impression
Sorry.
it was armor also.
Yeah, no, it's an entire bronze statue.
Sorry.
I think you said that earlier. I just didn't retain it. How long had it been since Caspian had been here?
Never said he was here.
I think we've wasted a day. There's nothing here.
There was something here.
Something
There's
is.
nothing here now.
We don't know where that basement goes.
Maybe whatever caused the destruction to the building killed it.
You ready to head out then?
I'll search around the room.
Okay, where are you searching?
You never heard the water at the end, right?
I'll check out these two statues.
They're the same.
I guess I'll check out the fireplace.
Okay.
That's the only thing that I haven't really looked
When
at.
you're looking at the fireplace, I want to walk up. See, majestic.
What are you doing with the fireplace?
I'm looking at around it, beside, along the carving, all of that stuff.
Just looking.
Well, I mean, if there's anything that looks like it could be manipulated, I'd manipulate it. But
Okay. What'd you roll?
22.
22. There's nothing that looks like it could be manipulated.
While he's looking at that, depending on what he just finds, I just assume there's nothing wrong with it. I'm gonna walk up. Just look at the stonework on this. This is beautiful. If we could figure out, and I'm just gonna if we could figure out who made this, it'd be great.
Do you touch it?
Yeah,
For
yeah.
what?
I touched the shit out of it.
Yeah. So as soon as Franklin places
That
his
wasn't
hand on
super
it.
obvious the entire time.
Yeah.
I really do want one of these though. I mean, I think they're badass.
You want a demon mouth fireplace? That's legit. As soon
It's
as you,
Franklin. Of course he wants
Of course
a demon mouth
yeah,
fireplace.
as soon as Franklin touches it,
It reminds me of
from the
something.
eyes and the nose, this black smoke that's not really smoke just starts to.
Oh,
pour
hell,
out.
I'm diving out of the way.
As you do, I need the two of you that are up there to give me Constitution saving throws.
Does it matter if I'm like right there?
If you're within 20 feet,
That was, yeah.
25.
you're fine.
Okay.
Where are you at?
I was still over here
Okay.
looking at the statue.
8.
Mighty 9.
Mighty 9.
9!
Glad I got that extra 5 feet in there.
Yeah. I just kind of looked at it like, well, that's new.
I'm already hurt.
Really? How?
I got, impaled the night before.
You're still wheezing a little bit.
Yeah!
So,
With a 2-foot long...
so you both failed. So that's going to be 17 points of psychic damage.
Nice.
As this shadow pours across you and just invades your mind. And then when it does, for a moment, you like you can barely make out Franklin's outline. You can barely make out Finn's outline. You can barely even. It's heavily obscured. And then after 10 seconds or so, it sort of dissipates. And as it dissipates,
I try to, in the midst of all of that psychic pain, I attempt to think to convey a mental thought that we just want to talk.
Okay. You're not sure if it's in response to that, but as soon as the smoke stops pouring out, the mouth starts to move and talk to you, and it says, "Aha! You have searched out Babaga! What brings you to my lair?"
Babaga. Knowledge.
Oh, knowledge you shall receive.
Well, how do we receive it? Nothing.
What can you tell us of a green dragon that has changed itself with shadow magic?
You just hear this soft chuckle. You speak of Assyrian.
Sure.
Yes. She came to my tower.
Oh, great.
You gave her this power?
She stole it.
Oh, well then perhaps we can be of some help. How can we defeat her and maybe return this magic to you?
At this point, out of the mouth crawls this creature.
Oh, that's
Oh.
definitely a cartwheel.
Nice.
No, she's got 4 arms. And she's like this. She's this old hag looking, crone looking. Not a hag. Don't think it's a hag. She's an old crone looking kind of thing. And she's just like, Baba Ga would very much appreciate that. And she pulls out 4 knives, and that's where we're going to end it.
Nice.
Oh,
I would appreciate
lovely.
that, but you're gonna have to die
But you're going to
first.
have to die before you can help me.
So I am going to remind you guys of one thing.
I didn't
This is
know.
mostly for Chuck, so you don't get attuned and go, it was the 6th level of hell that you needed to go to.
We're all like 4, 5?
I was
3.
like, the whole time I was like, you know what, let him attune to the wrong place and go there. You are trying to go to Malbolga, not Stygia, and not Phlegethon.
Seriously, I knew you were not going to let us go with Vin, but I was like, I feel like she would try.
This dice go.
No, it made sense for you guys to go with him.
Yeah.